all our friends, and they can have my things when we're dead. But we gonna live forever. We gonna live forever.
And the
BOYSCAST. I just want to start this
Cast.
episode, Ryan, with a big congratulations
To who?
to you.
To
Because
me.
Your life just got so much easier
How?
because you don't have to wear masks on the airplane.
Oh,
Oh, boy.
it's gonna be a big problem for some
Dude.
people.
Oh, not for you.
No, I'm living, and that's what we're gonna be on planes a lot because going to Tampa Bay and San Diego.
Osama bin planing.
A bunch more dates been announced, and well, congratulations to Mr. Viral,
Mr. Viral, yeah, I have HIV. I have HIV.
Mr. Internet.
Yeah, Mr. Internet.
Did you call yourself that? Have you been looking at yourself and said you're finally become a man?
Yeah.
Mr. Millie.
You did it. Yeah.
A Millie, a Millie, a Millie, a Millie, a Millie.
Oh, yeah.
And then hit a freestyle for the people. They love the last.
A Millie.
people
I got that Millie, the Billy.
Yeah, the people have been loving the freestyles.
I know my
last time.
I know my limitations. Yeah.
Well, people, you were very surprised at how much people don't understand satire and they always think things are real.
Yeah. I mean, it was really eye-opening.
Yeah, but I've been saying that to you
It was
on
the
this
percent,
podcast.
but I know you've said it before. It was more
Before?
many times. I'm just saying it was the percentage, right? Like it's one
I
thing
know.
you put out a video, you go 20% of people are like, "What's this thing?" It was 95% of the comments
Right.
were like, "Good, quit."
Of your Twitter videos, what we're talking
Yeah, I
about.
have a Twitter video. You're like, "Good, quit. You're fired. Fucking libtard loser." Like, you
Good riddance.
Yeah, you're like, you look like you have Bell's palsy. You fucking.
I told you I did one to Amazon saying that we should shut down Amazon and just support Neil Young and against Joe Rogan.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
We should only support Amazon and buy all our stuff at Amazon, and I'm not even supporting local theaters. Most downvoted video I've ever done, and all of the reasons was that it's like, just so you know, Amazon's fucking worse.
And I still have. So I put this out over a week ago, and I still have because there's still like the residual comments,
You're
and
still
there's
getting
still
them.
people arguing about because there's all these fucking old boomers who are just like their point is they go, look, the line between reality and satire is so blurry right now that they're kind of being like, look, you can't blame me for not knowing the difference.
Yeah, I
It's
can blame them for yours.
It's
yeah.
so hard to tell. They go like they were like, I really can't tell the difference. And all these people are like, you're a fucking idiot. Like
Yeah.
it's so easy to tell.
My favorite one of all time was my friend's girlfriend who thought the Onions video where it said they're doing, instead of stop and frisk, they have a new program where they're doing stop and kiss. And the cops, he goes, hey, listen, if you're doing nothing wrong, the cops reserve the right to pull you over, give you a little smooch on the lips. And if you're not doing anything wrong, you have nothing to worry about. Yeah. And it was a video, right? And she was like, and she reposted that on Facebook back in the day being like, this seems like a bit much. I guess I'm not going to New York.
You know who had a really poor showing overall, especially even like Twitter, the comments, poor showing, but on Rumble, because it got like 30,000 views on Rumble.
Yeah.
And like, I think maybe 5 people.
You say everyone thought it was the
real.
Why would you put it on Rumble? Like if you were this Twitter employee,
for sure.
Like if you were some disgruntled Twitter employee because Elon Musk buying the company, why would you put that on Rumble?
On Rumble, yeah, like insane.
Like, how many people on Twitter do you think have Rumble accounts?
0 or whatever. The best.
I'm on Rumble, by the way. Rylan Comedy.
Yeah, check it out. It's but anyways, the best fucking reply. I had this reply, which was like nothing could beat this because I opened with the pronouns or whatever, which pissed a lot of people off. And then this is this guy's comment. He goes, "Hey, woketard, I identify." Listen to this. He goes, "This is the best comment. I had 5,000 comments, 10,000 comments. Number one." He goes, "Hey, woketard, I identify as a threat. My preferred pronouns are try/me. Oh, and tard, go out and get a real job and contribute something to society."
There you go.
Amazing. I identify as a threat. I was like, that's
you're dead.
That's
funny.
Right there.
A lot of the comments were like, "Oh, you're a fat fucking loser. You're gross." And then Danny was like, "It's satire." And they go, "Oh, what is that?"
Yeah, we know. Yeah, we know.
Nice face, you piece of shit.
Yeah.
And then you go,
and I'm like,
dude, this isn't a real video. He goes, I know.
Yeah, I know. I mean, the video was funny. I'm not commenting
No,
on
I
the video.
thought the video was funny.
Yeah, I thought
this
the video was
fucking, this guy's got 5 chins, this stupid fucking loser. Right, virgin piece of fucking shit. Buddy, I don't think you realize this is satire.
Oh, dude.
Huh?
Not a...
Yeah, you're like one of my favorite comics.
Not a good showing for the boomer conservatives. It was 99%.
It's always. It's
99%.
never anyone under 30 that fucking has those kind of misinterpretations.
Yeah, there's no Biden fans who got tricked.
Obviously. Well, they're not watching it.
No.
But
That's true.
As far as the Elon Musk thing goes, which we won't talk to, I just thought Giannis Papa's fucking shout out because he had like a point that it was a damn, I wish I thought of that. And he goes, the people who want less police in cities want more police on Twitter.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Of course.
Yeah, but every good point, once it's said, it seems obvious, but it was just like such a good articulation of that.
Yeah.
Shout out to the dog, Giannis. I watched this movie about a tech billionaire guy, and it's just funny the way that how Hollywood just portrays them in general, but it was called Windfall, right?
Yeah. Where was it on?
I don't know, one of the services.
Oh, okay.
And then Amazon or Netflix is probably the main two.
Actually, I bought a bunch of Netflix shares yesterday. Let me just see what they're at right now. Okay.
Oh shit!
I'm gonna be.
I bought some options.
I'm gonna be passing the bucket after the.
Definitely donate to the Patreon. I have a bit of Netflix shares too.
I don't know.
Well, I have the tech indexes.
Yeah.
But yeah, like the Netflix. I
HBO Max is. That's the thing. I don't even pay for like Netflix. Is they're threatening right now where they're saying, hey, like we're gonna turn the ship around by making all the freeloaders.
Oh, there
pay.
you go.
Like
Yeah.
that's their actual. They said it yesterday. They go, we're gonna like turn this around because like we're gonna make there's 100 million people.
Yeah.
Sharing passwords, and I'm just like, man, if you make like I'm not like first off, I'm not just gonna pay for 20 different streaming things.
Okay.
Right, and like HBO Max, like Amazon Prime, you get the deliveries plus the thing. And then HBO Max like blows Netflix out of the water.
Way
right
better.
now.
It's the best one. It's not even
Better.
close.
It's not even close. Like, dude, they're fucking. If they think they're gonna threaten people, they're gonna be in for a rude awakening.
Well, they'll say. I think they really need. If they really want people to not, to stop canceling if they want people to not cancel subscription, they go, listen. If one more person cancels, we won't make another season of Dear White People. So I know, I know that what you think is, that's fine. I'll bootleg Dear White People.
Yeah.
But how about this? We'll stop making it. So no Dear White People for you, period.
And no Hannah Gadsby.
No Hannah Gadsby. We're not going to make any more Gadsby. We're not going to make Dear White's People. The movie, I don't know if I think it was a documentary, but the woman who's pregnant.
Yeah.
We're not.
I saw that. The Japanese.
The man who's pregnant. So
I'll tell you, who's having a nice chuckle about all this is Dave Chappelle.
Oh,
Because
yeah.
I'm sure they were like, hey, Dave, we could give you $20 million an episode
or a bunch of Netflix stock. Yeah.
And it's
Everyone-
nowhere but up.
everyone-
Bye.
Yeah, if you
Moon
take the
boy.
Netflix stock, you're getting crushed. So that's what they need to say. If I was in charge of Netflix right now, I'd say, listen, you have 1 week to stop canceling our subscriptions, or you're not going to get any more pregnant man shows. You're not getting any more Dear White People, and we're not going to make any more Hannah Gadsby. And I didn't even want to do this, but we're not going to give you the show of the girl who did the Trump impression either.
You take my money, Netflix.
Yeah, so that's balls in your court at this point.
I bet if people...
We're not going to give you Samantha Bee digital content either. She's not even on the platform, but we're actually going to be reaching out to Samantha Bee and making her a cash offer to stop producing digital content for her channels.
You think Dick Masterson's like, fuck, that settlement just went down by a lot. His potential settlement.
Because of when they went and fought the protest and they got hit in the head.
Yeah. You think there's I bet employees at Netflix would be getting a fucking lashing if they were actually at the office right now.
Oh, hell yeah, they would be. Well, this movie, I just want to give a non-recommendation, but it wasn't the worst movie in the world. It was just, my only reason I'm bringing it up is because it's just really funny how they make there's a guy robbing the place, and then it's a tech billionaire's house, right? And it's kind of a calamity of errors, kind of like a quirky movie, right? So it's almost a little bit supposed to be funny, right? But they make the tech billionaire so bad, and then the robber is kind of bad, and then everyone dies except for the woman who's like the empowered hero. And it's a real like Shiro's journey, you know what I mean? And it turns out, she kind of emerges as the protagonist near the end. But the way that they made the tech billionaire bad, so he's at every conversation, he goes, anyone who doesn't have $1 billion is just looking for a handout.
Oh, really? He's basically the guy for the 3 comma guy from Silicon Valley?
Yeah. It's like a guy that's trying to go viral on TikTok by saying the most like inflammatory shit. Anyone that's not a millionaire right now, it's because you're a lazy piece of shit. He's saying that right now.
Yeah, he's like the Uber hustle guys.
He's a billionaire. He goes, everything that I had, I worked uphill for. And everyone else who doesn't have this, that's because they're lazy. Everyone's lazy but me. And And then guess what his company does?
Something evil.
He invented
Sweatshops?
Yeah, it is the most evil thing you could come up with.
course.
So he invented an algorithm that companies use to fire everyone.
Nice. Nice. Very
So basically, you sign up for his algorithm, and it goes, beep, 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 and it goes, fire Tom. You know,
I mean, it's like
fire 4 people
it's
in
like
marketing.
the job version of the Terminator.
It's kind of what it is, right?
Yeah.
But it's just funny that they just this guy just had no redeeming characteristics. You're just the biggest character, and it's also the
I
type
imagine
of
he
guy.
was played by a person of color.
He was played by the guy from Fargo, kind of the chubby guy, but he basically. He was not played by. He was not played by a chunky brown guy. Yeah, you're incorrect in your assumption there.
That's like the one role where they go, "Hey, we only want to see white people, and we mean it." You know, every other role they go, "Hey, we're seeing everybody, but no white people." This is like white people only.
Now you guys are.
Hey,
fucking,
straight white man. Here's your fucking role.
Here's your role. What does he do? He's a fucking evil billionaire that invented a program to get everyone fired. So yeah, he's a pretty chunky guy, but they do an amalgamation of all the different bad characteristics because they sort of make him like a young hip tech CEO.
Yeah.
But like none of his personality traits are really like that. They give him essentially like an oil tycoon personality, but they have him running a tech company.
Right, which is like nobody's really like that.
Yeah, right, exactly.
Like he has zero autism, kind of like.
100, not at all.
Yeah, not at all.
He's like an evil oil billionaire. So they just like amalgamated all the worst characters they could find in like popular culture.
Yeah.
And then they put him into a tech. It really is a guy who's like doesn't know any tech people almost.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So we found probably one of the, every once in a while you get a gem from the internet.
Yep.
And there's this girl named Haran Greensmith. And she's been tweeting up a storm. And I honestly thought this person wasn't even real at first. So I did a deep dive. I saw her first thing and I go, this isn't real. And then someone else sent me something. And I legitimately did a pretty good deep dive and I found her website and everything. Real person, 100%.
Yeah.
You know, diversity and inclusion officer at some university, the whole thing, right?
Yep.
So her first thing she went to like reverse viral for, which is, I guess, viral when people don't like it.
Yeah. So my video.
Like a...
I'm aware.
That is funny though, just going viral nonstop for people hating you.
She goes, I'm blowing up. Ooh.
I guess that's sort of like Ben Shapiro, those people. It's like if you ever look, I'll tell you who's actually that. Donald Trump Jr. exclusively goes viral for people being mad about it.
Donald,
and Ted Cruz, yeah. But I'd say some people like it, but it's 1 in 3.
Yeah.
But this girl, she basically posted a thing being like, I should be repaid. And I'm like, this is bullshit. Does anyone have any advice? Because I have to do all this emotional labor because my son wants to go to college and he's asking me for advice. And why is it my job to do emotional labor
I hate
of deciding?
labor.
What's the worst, right? Why is it my job to make decisions with him about what he does with his life sort of thing, right?
Yeah.
And then it found out that it's a foster child too. So she essentially fostered these children. You know, and then the one's going to college and can't decide whether he should go to college or not. And she can't.
And she's trying to figure out how she can return him.
She's trying to think about how she return him.
Like,
She
what's the
can't.
return policy on this kid?
So she's going off on a big tangent about, and she's very harmless. Like, hey peeps, just want to, just looking for some helpful advice. So my stupid bitch male white cis son is trying to go to college, and somehow this is my problem. Has anyone else been in this situation? So her language was kind of flowery, right? So she went kind of nuts on that, right? And then wasted no time. She just wants to give it a little bit of a shout out to the LGBTQ plus IA DANNY POLIS. the LGBTQ DANNY community.
You know how we do. I bet she's very disappointed that is her child.
He's probably straight too. I'm sure she wouldn't mind doing the emotional labor if he fucking sucked a dick or two. Well, so this is what she said. She just goes, I just want to give a shout out to all the people I love just to let you know that I have love for you. And they're very specific. So she has a list and she goes on and on there's about 10 to 20 of them that she loves. So the first one, autistic biromantic teachers, bisexual lawyers, pansexual movement leaders, pansexual wheelchair users, He goes, autistic biromantic teachers. So biromantic is that maybe you have like a flirty relationship with like
yeah.
you're not like blowing them, but you and another guy.
You're a flirt.
You're just a flirt.
You're a flirt regardless of gender.
Right. So you're
sex.
you're not gonna bone a dude,
Yeah.
but you might reach for the pen at the same time, and your hands touch, and you kind of have a moment.
And he might think like, is something going on right now?
Yeah. What are we doing?
Yeah.
So that's like you're biromantic. You know what I mean? You're not going to bone him or anything. You're just a flirt. But you're also autistic.
Oh yeah.
So you're kind of
you're not making eye contact when you're flirting. No eye contact when you're flirting. You're just like
that's what it is. Yeah. You're
looking away,
you're sort of hitting each other's hands, but you're not looking away, and you're sort of on you're on your own planet, right?
Yeah, you have a calculator in one hand, just doing fucking equations.
Yeah. So bisexual lawyers, pansexual movement leaders. Black men on the down low. She likes that one.
She likes black men on the down low. Yeah.
That's a funny one to like. Just so you know, if you're like some gang.
Closeted black men.
Yeah, if you're a gay. Why would you have so much love for in the closet?
Just because it's tough,
But not closeted white man.
What's the like layman's definition of emotional? Like, what's the man's definition of emotional labor? Thinking? Is that what it?
I think it would just be talking to your chick.
Yeah, like it's just thinking. Like I don't. It's one of those terms.
Catching up with her.
It's terms that used, but she says it's like emotional. Like you go, hey, can I get some advice? And you go, I'm not here to do your emotional labor.
No, I'm not here for that. Hey, mom.
I just don't want to talk to you.
Yeah, could I need your
talking.
signature on my college application. You should have thought of that before you were fucking asking a woman. So a woman is necessary for a man for you to go through with your school application. I somehow have to be involved. Big surprise.
Yeah, it's like, well, dad died mysteriously in that accident.
And you're also a single woman that just, for some reason, adopted a bunch of kids. Kind of a weird move to begin with, especially since you hate us. But that is true, though. She probably had him for 5 years and really went through her like white dude the worst transformation in the last 4 years. So
do you think she did she adopt a white guy?
Yeah, it's a white guy.
Mistake for her.
That's a big mistake. Well, yeah, I'm sure.
I'm sure she was trying to. She probably tried too hard to get like the non-white guys, and they go.
Well, that's what I'm saying. If he filled any one of these categories, if he adopted a black son, he doesn't even have to be outwardly gay. He just like on the down low a little bit. Him and his friends played Oogie Cookie, and then she'd be more than happy to fill out the college application for him. Pansexual wheelchair user, so she got love for y'all.
Yeah.
Asian bi queen doctors. So I don't know what bi queer. Oh, bi queer. Sorry.
Bi queer.
So
what's bi queer?
I think you could add queer onto any of these, right?
Yeah.
You could say femme, bisexual, queer doctors, or you could.
Yeah, you're bisexual and you're queer.
Gender queer, polyamorous people. She got love for y'all. Not her son though. Pansexual carpenters. That's my favorite one. Pansexual carpenter. That was always one of my favorite like ideas for a sketch that I never made, but I just love the idea of like the one guy that's like demisexual on the construction site and getting everyone to come out of the closet or just
he's got the tail like coming out of his fucking like the raccoon tail out of his fucking vest.
Just anyone, coming out of the closet on like some bullshit nonsense to like his construction troupe. It always makes me laugh.
Especially on this wacky shit. It's not even just like it's like, yo, I'm gay.
Yeah. So I thought she's left out a few people.
Yeah.
So I was thinking that a couple maybe be gay Walmart employees who are also retarded.
Yeah.
So
I had a good one. What was that? Demisexual imams?
Yeah. Any of them.
Shout out to all the demisexual imams.
Demi imams. Yeah. She. Do you think she has love for the
mosque?
Yeah. Anyone who runs a mosque, but they're also
demi.
Yeah. Anyone that runs a mosque or attends a mosque, but you're also gay blasphemous.
Uh-huh.
How about this? Kinky subs who work at Subway.
Not bad.
So maybe that's one. She didn't mention that she has love for them though. If you're a kinky sub, but because you're not queer.
You think there's going to be like a part 2 to this?
Well, no, not kidding. There was a part 2. Yeah.
Oh.
So she already. Some people said, "What about me?" And then she did.
Such a hit.
She did the sequel, which was much awaited. But everyone was sitting there because she said she likes pansexual carpenters, but then there was some pansexual. I don't know. The Zamboni driver.
Yeah. Zamboni goes, what about me? This honestly, you know what this sounds like? is like if Babylon Bee had like merch and they had their own Mad Libs.
Yeah.
Like Babylon Bee, like a Mad Libs, and it was all like.
So that's a good one actually too. The maybe like a demisexual retarded Zamboni driver who smokes.
Who smokes? Yeah.
Yeah, gays who smoke.
Smoke crack.
Blind lesbians that work at 7-Eleven, perhaps. So she has love for y'all.
Depends what race they are.
Asian with 2 dicks. It's also demisexual that works at the bowling alley. She forgot a couple. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
All right. Anyway, I did the most embarrassing thing in a while the other day at a comedy show. So a friend of mine, who's like a kind of like a tall Indian chick. I was at Brooklyn Comedy Club, and I just finished my set, and then I walked to the back of the room, and I guess I walked up to who I thought was this comedian, and I go, "Oh, what's up?" And I put my armor, like I did a pretty aggressive, like,
Yeah.
"Oh, that's," I go, "Yeah," and like
After you just got off a stage.
yeah, like kind of accidentally, like not necessarily on purpose, but just probably like touched my head like pretty close to where her boobs are. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Dog.
Yeah, but it wasn't trying to be some flirt. I was just like kind of saying hi, she's a friend, right?
Yeah.
And it was dark or whatever. And then
And she was dark.
I was dark and she was dark, and then she looked at me weird, and then I looked at her, and then I just walked away, and it was just someone from the crowd.
Oh, crazy.
And then I watched
And
her.
you just got off set.
I just got off stage,
So-
and then I watched her walk back to her seat and start whispering to the person.
Like, you won't believe what just happened.
Yeah, like she goes, you know, the last comedian, I went to the bathroom and he just fucking grabbed me and started hugging me. Like I'm on some fucking Steve Martin in his early days stuff where the show never ends. I'm this wacky guy. You try to go to the bathroom after my set, I'm still fucking coming up to you and I'm still after my old
Did you
trick.
just leave?
Yeah, I never saw her again.
You have to just.
Well, I was thinking there's going to be a complaint. This comedian's finished his set and sexually harassed me.
Yeah. Like she goes full on sexual harassment scandal.
It was nuts.
Yeah.
Anyway, speaking of comedy, we went to the Andrew Schultz he sold out all these shows at Radio City, which shout out to him.
Yeah,
He's fucking killing it right now. And then we went to the after party for his show, and there was like a magician there.
You know what?
They
I
had
was just
all the
talking
things.
about. I was just
Magician
talking.
had me on Instagram after.
Yeah, I was talking to him because I said, you know, so
Yeah, real
he had this
solid
one
trick.
trick. Did he do the X?
The X trick was his trick.
The X trick was.
I googled how to do it after.
Me too, and then
Couldn't
you do
figure
it,
it
and you
out.
go, oh no, oh you didn't figure it out.
Okay, so the trick is.
I mean, magicians never tell our secrets, but no, dude, it's literally like it's a special sharp.
I'll tell you how I thought he did it.
I'll tell you how. Well, you tell me how you thought he did
Okay.
it. I'll tell you how he did it.
Okay, so this is what happens. He has someone's hand, he puts an X on it, then he does something, and then the X is gone, and then the person beside them opens up their hand and they have the X on their hand.
How
right?
did they get the X on their hand though?
Okay, so my guess was that he put the X on the other person's hand before somehow. So he put the X on the other person's hand like 3 minutes ago.
Yeah.
And then
No, because it was like, right, because it's the other person.
So this is my guess. Most of the tricks, like whenever you go to a magic show, 90% of the things is always like, oh yeah, they did that before. It's kind of when they do the magic, the illusionist. A big part of what they do is they get the people's names and do all this stuff. Tony Robbins is big into that, right?
Yeah.
He gets people put their problems in before, and then he picks the right people, and they all do this sort of thing, right?
Yeah.
So they act like they're so off the cuff, but the truth is they knew all this stuff beforehand. So what I thought is maybe you go up to some people before, shake their hands or something like that, put an X on their hand, then they basically forget about it. Then you do the trick. But the one washes, so he puts the X on the one person's hand that washes off really easy, and the other person already had the X on their hand.
Yeah, so I mean, kind of, but it's not. It doesn't happen in advance. So basically, what it is, it's a special Sharpie you can buy.
Okay.
It looks like a Sharpie brand Sharpie, but it's like a magic trick Sharpie.
See, I'm not impressed with getting the X on your hand and then getting it off. How does he get the X on the other hand?
So look, okay, because I looked into it. So the top of the Sharpie, so he has a Sharpie. The top of it, like the non-pen side or whatever, is sticky. And it has like a false little, not a false compartment, but you stick your hand on top of it. And then when you bring it up, the top cap part is stuck to your hand. And then there's an inked up X that's now stuck to your thumb. Okay. So he goes, what he does, he goes, okay, like he did with my girlfriend. So he goes, okay, come here. He takes her hands and he's holding them down. And he goes, okay, close your hands. And I guess as he's doing that, he dabs your hand and closes your hand, right? And then the pen part has this type.
I didn't know he touched her hand.
He does that. Every person's hand.
That's way less impressive.
He goes, close your hand.
I didn't know he touched her hand.
Yeah. He closes everybody's hand.
I'm not impressed at all.
Well, because you're not following it at that point. You're not thinking. You don't know what the
I
trick
would have
is,
been.
right?
My fucking eyes are on this shit.
Yeah, but anyways, and then
the plebes like you wouldn't be.
And then the fucking you didn't even know it.
Nah.
And then the pen part is it just like it's this really like easy ink to come off. So then he writes it down and then he just goes and he like does this and it's gone, and then he puts it and then it's on the hand. Because the thing with the X that I mean, obviously it's a magic trick, so I'm not being like,
Turns you into a
it's not
straight-edge
real.
kid.
It's like he didn't really do that. Like like I had the urge to be like that wasn't real, but it's obviously a magic trick, and I was like really high at that point. But
no, you were at the time.
Oh, yeah.
No, you're lying because at the time you were like, whoa, dude, I think magic's real, dude.
But the X was so perfect, like you could tell it had to have been a stamp. It's like
Oh,
this perfect X.
okay. So that's a little bit of
Yeah.
Well, speaking
Anyways,
of,
you could just buy it for like $30.
I'll tell you a good magic.
But he was
thing.
a good magician. And
Do you know? Do you know who Zach Baggins is?
No.
Okay, so he's the guy who's big ghost hunter.
Yeah.
So he's like He's like a famous ghost hunter guy.
How many ghosts has he caught?
They never really found that many ghosts.
More than one? More than zero?
He found a couple, I think. Well, no, the thing is, so there is the ghost hunter show that don't find any, but a lot of these people, what they do is they have all their sonar radars and stuff like that. So they have all these like contraptions.
Yeah,
and
you can't buy them. They make them.
So they don't capture the ghost, but they say, hey, there's a ghost in this building, and they get their sort of radar rigged up, and they go, oh, look, he's up to.
Wait, are people trying to capture ghosts on these shows?
Oh,
They're
ghost,
actually trying to
ghost hunters.
be like, it's like in this bag, I have a ghost. In
But they
here.
don't try to. But yeah, but they do say this ghost is up to his old tricks, right?
Yeah.
So, anyways, I know a friend of a friend that hung out with him a few times, right, and banged him, and allegedly. He doesn't drop the ghost hunter persona, and then he brought the girl back, and he has a painting that like moves, and then he was telling the girl like, oh shit, the spirits, like they don't like it when people are here and stuff like that. So she's like, okay, well obviously it's not a real spirit, so you have a picture that's like rigged up to move so you can pretend there's ghosts.
He goes, what are you talking about?
So
She goes, let me check this out. He goes, no, don't touch that.
yeah.
It's haunted.
Yeah, do not. You fucking, if you know what's best for you, before you know it, you'll be haunted. So apparently, this guy, like, because I guess he thinks, like, and imagine he starts dating someone, he goes, why'd you do that? And he goes, that's the only way anyone's ever loved me. It's one of my ghost hunting abilities. Yeah. So he doesn't drop the gimmick. And apparently, the whole time you're hanging out with this guy, it's very ghost oriented. Like his real life is very, he's all the ghosts, every ghost this, ghost that, right?
Yeah. I mean, that's similar with the magicians though. I talked to that guy because he DM'd me.
Oh, they live the life.
And then I was like, dude, that was like.
Yeah, but they live the life of like doing the tricks, which is, honorable life to some degree.
For sure. But I was like, oh man, my girlfriend was trying to figure out how that trick worked or whatever. And he just was like, yeah, I'm still trying to figure it out too. Like that's kind of as he goes like, I don't know either.
Okay, so he lives the life.
He lives the life.
Sure, that's fine, but everyone knows magic is tricks.
Yeah.
This guy isn't saying like, obviously we do some stuff on the show. He's dying with the lie, so he's in his real life. It would be more though, so a magician that's been dating his wife for like, he has a wife and kids and he's been with this girl for like 25 years and he's still just like, every time, he does his magic show and he comes home and he goes, babe, I can't talk right now. The magic was running through me. Like, after I do my magic, it takes the energy out of me because of the spirits and stuff like that. Like he was going down with that line. She had to be like, I know you buy these tricks on the internet,
you can
right?
Buy them on a website.
So this guy,
I saw a thing actually. I don't know if it was related to me searching,
around.
but David Blaine now has something coming out where he's giving away all the secrets. It's like you can.
Oh, the other magicians might hate that. He might get killed before that comes out.
It's hard to fucking track down Blaine.
Yeah. Well, I wouldn't. If I was him, I wouldn't be fucking happy with that. If I was the other magicians, fucking. So the girl from Libs of TikTok, got doxed.
She did.
And basically
by fucking Crocodile Tears Taylor Lorenz.
So Taylor Lorenz is this person that writes for all these magazines,
she's
right?
55 years old.
What's the joke that everyone keeps saying she's old?
Well, I saw that yesterday too. Because she went on that. I remember when she was crying on NBC and she said like under 35-year-old whatever journalist, and then everybody's like, she was like trying to put herself in the under 35 category, and then everybody's like, you're not under 35.
Oh, I got you. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, she's she's this girl, and she's public enemy
She's the greatest journalist in the world.
Public enemy canceller that essentially she writes all these pieces. She was one of the original like rats that was going into what was the app that you people used for 10 seconds and no one does anymore, where we used to do the audio chat rooms?
Oh, Clubhouse.
She was one of the original like Clubhouse rats that would go and people would do, you
It's
know.
funny you said you people, and I thought it was like a Jew thing. Like, what app?
She would do these.
It was like J-Swipe?
Right. She would do these apps, and then she would be there with her notepad and like a fake avatar, and then she'd write stories in like the New York Times, being like, "Just so you know, some guy said fag in like the chat room." So
Yeah, she had a bunch of those.
she was doing all sorts of stuff like this, and then her big thing, she's honestly canceled tech guys almost the most. It's a big part of her cancellation spree, right? But the funny part is she I guess, because she entered this arena of, you know, essentially declaring war on people. Other people declared war back, obviously.
I mean, the real crazy thing was her going on MSNBC and doing that whole thing of crying, being like, you don't know how hard it is to be a journalist. People are doxing me.
Right. But the funny part is, so after the framework set, she is this woman that's dedicated her life to essentially doxing people.
Yeah.
And then she doxed this person for doxing people.
Yes.
Because I guess that is true. And to be honest, I kind
You're
of
saying Libs of TikTok is doxing people?
well, it's a little bit different than doxing because those people have put those videos themselves out
Yeah.
there.
I would say this too, because especially it's like TikTok is like those people, like when you put something on TikTok, like the goal is for it to get 1 million views. It's
Right.
not like putting something on Twitter.
Okay, so my point is, it just depends on the definition of doxing. Let's say we remove whether it's good or bad.
Yeah.
If you say that, I don't know what you would say if someone.
Personal information, I think, is like your phone number, address.
Well, what they do a lot is the employers.
Yeah.
So it'd be the equivalent of if you, did something that you didn't like, and everyone goes, he's playing at this club and this club and this club and
Yeah,
this and this.
that's your place of employment. I would
So
say that's,
okay,
that's
so
doxing,
well,
yeah.
that's the big part of Libs of TikTok is like, here's this teacher, she works here, sort of
Oh,
thing,
okay.
right?
Yeah.
So whether or not people agree with it or whatever, that's just like what's happening. So it's basically like someone that's like saying they're like doxing this person for doxing this person, and then going on a thing being like everyone's doxing. It's like
Sounds like a whole lot of streamer bullshit right here. Sounds like
So
they would be very comfortable in the world of streaming.
yeah, and I think once you're in the public, I don't think you could have it's hard to probably have a million followers on social media and keep it, no one ever knows who you
Especially
are.
an account that pisses so many people
Has
off.
anyone ever pulled that off?
What?
Where you have, is there anyone right now that has an account with just millions of followers and no one knows who's behind it? Maybe some crypto people or something?
No, yeah, there's crypto people for sure. Titania McGrath
They kept that going for a while?
for a bit, and then someone in the UK outed him. There's crypto people. There's a bunch of crypto accounts that are just totally anonymous. Like
Okay.
and I think they
Like, does anyone know who Zero Hedge is? Like, are these?
I bet someone does, but no, I don't know who Zero. I don't know if that's ever come
But
out.
there's nothing funnier about the journalists that have dedicated their life to harassing people essentially and trying to get people fired and stuff like that, and then it like comes back to them where people are mad and they're flabbergasted. Like, whatever you want to say about the most inflammatory on the people, like we're talking about, let's say a Ted Cruz of the world. I don't think Ted Cruz is ever going to come out and be like, I am being harassed. Unless to say, yeah, this happens to me just as much as you. So it's this crazy thing where you go, like, who's fucking declaring war on the internet on entire groups of people and then surprised that,
Yeah, for sure.
that there's some
again,
people
this
that aren't that happy about it. It always reminds me of being on an airplane and you're kind of, someone's kind of kicking your seat and then you kind of put it back and then they're kicking the seat and you're putting it back, or vice versa. And then the one person eventually like looks around like, what are you doing? You're like, hey, we both know what's going on here. You kicked your seat back and I don't like it.
Yeah.
Like, okay, whatever. Maybe we're both being petty right now, but we're both
being petty.
We both know what's going on right here.
I mean,
like, all I did was try to get this person fired and now you know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, this is classic. Live by the sword, die by the sword.
Of course.
It's a tale old as time.
And it's not even it's not even the sword. It's people sending you a hate mail, essentially.
Well, you want to dox people, you're going to get doxed. I don't know.
Yeah.
People are going to try and do that to you.
But the crazy part is these people that you go, yes, listen, being in the nitty gritty of like culture war on Twitter all day, every day is probably not the greatest for your health if you're not in the greatest health.
No.
And you either have to sort of detach yourself from it, or or the type of person that just likes fighting, or you kind of play it as a game or whatever.
Weird
but
side gig too for like this Orthodox Jewish woman.
it's very weird that I think it is kind of funny. Yeah.
She's like Orthodox Jewish
Yeah.
woman who's a realtor.
Yeah.
Who's
That
just
also,
like, yeah, on the side, I just, just post about libs of TikTok.
right.
It's a hobby, I guess.
yeah. Yeah.
I guess you could say it's a hobby.
But yeah, to be there, and then she goes, I'm getting all this hate, and it was just like, I'm not, how normal people, like you could say someone's getting bullied on the internet. People will make this argument to high school kids, be like, well, just log off. And you go, that's maybe easy for you to say, but it's like, dude, if you're a 16-year-old that like is legitimately, everyone at your school is making groups about you,
Yeah,
blah,
of
blah,
course.
it would suck, right?
And there's still like the in-person.
And I know
component
like a
of
lot of comedians make the joke, like you just log off. But if there's a big difference between that and you've dedicated your life to fighting people, and then you go, I can't date with anymore. And it's like, shit, you could stop anytime.
Yeah.
At any point,
I mean, you
could be like, you know what? I'm not going to write any more articles about how other people should be fired. And tomorrow, people will stop yelling at you.
Yeah.
Right?
But if only it was that easy, Ryan.
Oh, they're like, this is the thing. It's this idea of like, I have this like mental problems and I can't deal with the stress of this. And you go, well, what is making you do this? You go, I can't stop.
It's the libs of TikTok.
Oh, she probably hates libs of TikTok right now.
Oh, yeah.
And it just made them more popular. It made them stronger.
Well, but also it just adds this element. I mean, it is this weird kind of element though, with where Taylor Lorenz specifically is being like, hey, if you want to do this, like, I'm gonna invite like danger, this element of danger into your life, like into your real life,
right?
Because that woman is probably like, yeah, I don't know, I don't like.
You know what
she
it
could get hit
is?
with a bike lock or something.
I think the internet's figured out to some degree how to make trying to cancel people not free.
Yeah.
It used to be only upside. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
There was a time when, kind of trying to get someone fired, it was almost only upside. Not only did it accomplish the goal that you wanted usually, it also made you like a hero and probably got you more popularity and stuff like that. Now, I think the internet's figured out how to make a downside. It's not free to try to ruin someone's life.
No.
Like guys like Barstool and stuff like that, to Business Insider, Dave Portnoy and Business Insider is like, yeah, like it wasn't free for them to try to,
I think it was,
write this article.
It was
about
free
trying to
for a
cancel
while
me.
too, because the people who were oftentimes doing the cancel were like, we're journalists. This is what journalists do.
This is the game.
And yeah, this is the game. We're journalists. I don't know. This is what we do. This is journalism. And then people are like, yeah, I don't care.
right.
Yeah, I don't give a shit.
Well, it's just,
I don't respect your journalism, so I don't care. And
and also
war.
these people have a public platform, so they go, okay, and you're a public speaker with your opinion. It's like, okay, well, here's mine, and I have a whole bunch of followers too, and now we're at war.
Libs of TikTok has a bigger reach than Taylor Lorenz.
You're not anonymously tattling to the teacher anymore. You're declaring war you're declaring a fight at the ballpark.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Now you're going to the cages.
Bike locks at dawn.
Did you guys have that? The cage fights at your school?
What, my Jewish school?
Yeah.
No.
Where if someone, you know what I mean? If
We
someone's dime went missing or something like
We
that.
didn't have cage fighting. Why do you have a cage?
The tennis courts.
Oh,
at my
high
school?
school we did. Yeah, high school we had. That was a big. I don't know if it was the tennis courts. I think it was usually on the baseball diamond.
You didn't have that if someone gave you like a bad stock pick or something like that. You go to the tennis courts.
To the tennis courts, to the polo grounds.
We used to call it the cages though, and there was probably one a week that there was a big fight.
Yeah,
at the
in
tennis-
high school there was. I don't remember where the fights went down. They were usually. I think because they were always off school property, right? Because that was the thing. You can't be on,
tennis courts were right
can't
off
be on
school
school
property.
property because then it's like a different offense.
And everyone went out. There's lots of fights down there. The famous one, my favorite of all time, was when the guy pushed the guy and then a wrench fell out of his thing, and he goes, "Oh, you've got a wrench now."
Whatever happened with the wrench?
The Colombian guy, we used to call him the Lumbian. He was a couple years older than us, so no one wanted to mess with the Lumbian.
Did the wrench get
And his
used?
friend we called the Pigeon because he looked like he used to walk like a pigeon.
Yeah.
And we used to say the Pigeon and the Lumbian. And he'd always be, say it to his face then. No one would have the guts to.
The guts.
No one would. That used to be the
man.
thing anytime he was around. He'd be like, oh, I was meeting up with so-and-so and be like, What were you just? You were just gave him a nickname, weren't you? I'm like, no, I think you were saying something about it. It wasn't me. you definitely wouldn't want to call him pigeon to his face, man.
Shut up. I mean, there's that one guy who I've tried to make fun of from back in your day, the rapper, who whenever I do, you're like, no.
I have some rappers that I went to school with.
There's one specifically
that I know from
a couple
hometown.
times I've tried.
Well, he's an idiot. I have these rappers that
white rappers
that I went to school with that we kind of know, right? And we kind of clown on them a bit, right? So it's a big, sending around in our group chats like, you got to check this one out. It's really funny, right? Not even all that I went to school with, just from whatever, being in the music scene and stuff like that. There's a lot of really bad ones, right? And me and my friends love it. It's like that's one of the main things that invigorates our group chats.
Amazing.
It's amazing, right?
Yeah.
And but he's also like the biggest gangster dude who's been to jail a bunch of times, and we know him fairly well. So it's one of these things where you go, it's for Danny, he's just like, oh, why don't we play it on the podcast? And I go, oh, because that'll be the last podcast. Fucking. I don't have those kind of fucking cojones.
I mean, we did play it on the old podcast.
No, we didn't.
Oh,
no, we did not.
Alex.
No, not a chance. Not a chance. I wouldn't be here. This guy's killed for less. Do you think I'm gonna fucking put his rap career on blast on the podcast? This ain't this isn't your Jewish, internet fights.
I feel like we did. Oh, fucking hell,
This is the real deal, buddy. This is white trash fucking gang members.
Yeah.
You don't live to play another day.
He lives in a different country, though.
Well, I don't know if I told you this one, but I can't. It's another rapper that I can't say the name. But he's a famous Canadian rapper. And my buddy in LA, he was like, do you know this rapper? He's like really famous in Canada. I was like, oh yeah, I actually like some of his stuff. And are you a fan? He goes, well, anyways, he lives underneath me, and he's like a huge pain in the ass.
Yeah, I remember that.
He goes, he moved in next door to me or whatever, and this guy's rapping all hours of the night. And I go, oh, have you heard his songs? He goes, I don't know about any of that. He just he told me he was big in Canada. He was pretty big.
Oh, yeah. I know what you're talking about.
Ah, shit. Gonna take a quick second here to tell you about Sunday, Bloody Sunday. Yeah. Sunday, grassy Sunday.
You think they've tried to get that fucking licensing deal?
Yeah, I think so.
Ooh, that's a
Sunday. Anyways, you want to get that lawn kicking. Spring is almost here. We're so close to feeling that soft grass under our feet, but first we need to get our lawn back, and thankfully with Sunday, gets your lawn growing and helps to keep it healthy all season long. So if you're worried about chemicals you're using to keep your yard looking its best, Traditional Lawn Care lays down 90 million pounds of pesticides every year. P.U. Sunday is different. Rank. Sunday is different. They're on a mission to change how people care for their yards. Now, most of us might not think about our lawns in the winter, but this is the time to prep for sure. You're probably thinking, you have so much work to do to get it green and healthy again. But Sunday takes all that work out from under you. So you don't have to waste all your time being a yard guy. So it helps you grow a beautiful lawn without the guesswork or nasty chemicals. So what happens is you go to their website, you type in where you live. Their custom plan includes fertilizer and everything you need to easily care for your lawn with ingredients like seaweed, iron, molasses, and you can feel good with kids and pets being around. All you have to do is visit sunday.com, you put in your address, and the lawn analysis tool does the rest. They then use the soil and climate data to create personal nutrient plan delivered to your door when you need it. You attach the pouch to the garden hose and you spray it, and it takes less than 15 minutes. So, best of all, this stuff really works. Give it a shot. It seems a lot easier than what else you've been doing already. And you don't have to, be going and Googling on the internet what you should be doing. Sunday is offering our listeners 20% off if you want to start it. So full season plan starts at just $129, and you get 20% off that at checkout when you visit getsunday.com/boyscast. That's 20% off a custom plan at getsunday.com/boyscast. Next, we're going to tell you a little company called Athletic Greens. Now, you want to look at this. See those guns? Sun's out, guns out. You want to get those greens in your system. I was just talking about someone at the stand the other day, telling them I'm an athletic greens guy now.
Yeah.
Probably my favorite one I've ever had, and probably the one that I've most stuck with because I like the taste.
Yeah.
And I'm doing like a somewhat of an intermittent fasting thing.
Yeah.
But not completely. It's
Because
not.
you have the greens.
It's not militant. Yeah.
Yeah, but you have the coffee and the greens.
Well, I have a greens first, and then maybe like 20 minutes later, I have a coffee. And then I probably don't eat a lot of times till like 1 or 2. And that usually does it for me.
Yeah.
And I have the greens before I run too. So what do they call that? Pre-workout.
That's a pre-workout. Yeah.
So I'm a big fan, and I've been taking it every day. So what is this stuff? One delicious scoop of athletic greens. You're observing 75 quality vitamins, minerals, whole food source superfoods, probiotics, and adaptogens to help start your day right. This special blend of ingredients sorts your gut health, nervous system, your immune system, your energy, recovery, focus, and aging. So both of us are on it to the point where DP just asked me the other day. He said, can we get more of that good stuff?
Gotta re-up.
Get more of the good. And it supports better sleep quality and recovery, and supports mental clarity and alertness. It's cheaper than getting all the different supplements yourself, and recommended by professional athletes and health professionals. Right now, it's time to reclaim your health and arm your immune system with convenient daily nutrition, especially heading into the flu and cold season. It's just one scoop in a cup of water every day. That's it. No need for a million different pills and supplements to look out for your health. To make it easy, Athletic Greens is going to give you free 1-year supply of immune-supporting vitamin D and 5 free travel packs with your first purchase. All you have to do is visit athleticgreens.com/boyscast. Again, that is athleticgreens.com/boyscast, and pick up the ultimate daily nutritional insurance. So the mask stuff, Danny just released a video about the mask stuff today, but they've announced that you don't have to wear them on the planes, which I agree with Danny. It'll be big news for me, and it's pretty huge news.
Yeah,
it is also so funny to go from you got to yesterday be the person that if you didn't have a mask on, they could go, "Hey, what are you doing?" I remember ladies would yell at me, right?
Remember the Amtrak? How big we took a
my
fucking
God.
train from DC, and they were like all over our dicks about masks.
Guy was, he came up and started jerking us off, and he goes, "Oh, well, then put a mask on next time."
It was nuts.
It was out of control, right?
Yeah, it was nuts.
So this guy's, and that's the employees. I'm saying citizens. This lady came up to me with her face mask on, yelling at me one time, being like, "You're being so inconsiderate," because I took it down, and I'm just like, I always carry a little piece of food around me, so I hold up my granola bar and I go, "Who's the asshole now, bitch?" But
Who's the asshole? Like a sweet grandma. You're like, "Who's the asshole now, bitch?"
I'm slapping him with the granola bar. Like, "Oh, maybe you should open your fucking eyes." How about that?
How about that?
How about you catch me outside? How about that? So anyways, and now you go from that to tomorrow. You cannot say one thing to anyone.
No.
That's tough, right?
Yeah, although I think a lot of people think that it's only a matter of time before it's back. They're gonna, because there's gonna be.
They think this is a temporary ban.
Yeah, this is like Roe versus
They're saving
Wade
up their
struck
skull
down for a second, where they're like, "Don't worry, it'll be back. It'll be back."
Yeah. You're right, because these people, and so this.
Apparently, the whole thing is so some judge in Florida was just like, "No, it's no good," and then the whole country goes, "Okay." You're like, "Why didn't they do this a year ago?"
Yeah.
Where was this judge in Florida a year ago?
Yeah, where was this judge? I agree.
Yeah,
Probably judging stupid shit.
Judging bikini contest.
Yeah, he's probably judging fucking.
It's a woman, actually. It was like a lot of people
wet t-shirt
it's
contest.
funny too, because a lot of people, mostly on the left, are obviously very angry about this, and they're like, "She's not even qualified." She's like, she's only 30. She's like 33 years old or something.
Agree to agree.
Yeah. She goes, "You're not even qualified."
I'll wear the mask if you admit that girls aren't qualified.
Not even qualified to make such a decision.
That's the compromise I'm willing to make.
Yeah.
If you admit that girls aren't capable of making these kind of decisions on scale, I will wear a mask.
I will wear a mask all the time.
And you can find some, fucking wimpy, some wimpy judge. He's sniffling while he makes his decisions. That is base judge, finally.
Base judge.
Yeah, and then so.
But what took so long?
Exactly, right?
Like, where's the judge like, "Holy shit, I could do this whole time. I didn't even realize."
I don't know. I don't know if you know anything about the court system, but it takes a little while.
Yeah.
You don't know about that kind of
But it
stuff
wasn't
going
like-
to jail. You don't know about having priors. You don't know. That's why Danny's just like, just make fun of these gangster rappers. What's the problem? And you go, "Well, they don't see it that way, pal."
Yeah.
Why don't you fucking call someone out for once in your life? Once you're miserable fucking...
Yeah, just call them out from their Upper East Side apartment.
Your fucking Upper East
Fucking
Side privileged
coastal liberals making fun of these white rappers in the
That
hood.
is.
And
Danny's a coastal wimpy liberal. He doesn't know what it's like to be in the trenches with the cage fights. You only know what it's like to get and have your dad fucking sue their dad because he stole your dreidel at lunch recess.
law's the law.
Your dad, you go, that's what happens at your school. Instead of calling a fight, the dads come in and they litigate they have a litigation off.
Your Honor. One kid's dad's the judge.
Yeah. They have a litigation off at the baseball diamond. So that's why you don't know what it's like to be in these mean streets of Ajax. So there's this article that came out, and the HuffPost basically did, for people with anxiety or insecurities, it's hard to lose the mask. So
Keep it.
Exactly.
It's like it wasn't. There's this whole
wasn't
thing where
illegal.
People were acting like it was illegal before.
But the whole premise is it's so telling on how these people think of everything, because they can't just do something. It's like they can't just be bisexual. We're all fucking bisexual. What? Oh, no. I'm not just going to tell you my pronouns because you can't tell because I'm very androgynous. The whole fucking country's doing pronouns now.
Yeah, like, I mean, again, everybody remembers before COVID seeing Asian people wearing masks. Because they were fucking hip to this shit.
Yes.
There was no rule against it.
No, it was not illegal.
It's the kind of thing where people are like, I just don't want to be like
because they didn't want people to see them mouthing math equations.
Yeah, but they're just like, people don't want to be the only one. They like the cover of the herd, of being like, we're all wearing masks, so. But wear your fucking mask. Who cares?
Go wear your mask. You know what? You could wear a balaclava if you want. You could wear a hazmat suit.
Absolutely, you can. I saw a guy wearing right when COVID started. I saw this dude wearing it wasn't really.
They got those going on in China. We talk about that a little later because we got Nigel Ng in the studio, big star.
Yeah.
Everyone.
Uncle Roger.
Uncle mother effing Roger.
Hiya.
Yeah. Super fun, dude.
Yeah, he was
so this is what they said. When half of my face is covered, it helps me almost not be perceived fully. I can relax and be anonymous.
Yeah.
So does that sound like the person that you go, wait, let's take someone who's like that and then go, why don't we make everyone else in society work around what they have?
Yeah, of course.
That's probably how you do it. You know what I mean? It's kind of like in a friend group, the one person that says, you know what? I can't be out too late because I got to work tomorrow, so I got to be out at 7. You go, well, I guess everyone's going home at 7 then, aren't we? So we're all going home at 7. And you go, well, why don't you just have like a late night and you just don't sleep that much? Oh, I need my beauty rest. So I guess we're all getting beauty rest then.
We are.
Because one person in the squad, we're all going to be beauticians. Like many women have noted during the pandemic, facial coverings have also given a break from leers and requests to smile more from men. I will say, I've heard that from women for real, that a lot of women, they do feel like they get bothered less with the mask on.
I mean, of course.
I bother girls less. I go, what's up, girl? What's up? How you doing? Oh, yeah, you looking good, shorty. Mask. Oh, what's up, girl? Mask. Yeah, you know what it is. Yeah, you looking good. You should mask. You should smile more. That's what that's how
famous
do,
people. I saw Tom Segura talking about it, that Brad Pitt came to a show of his or whatever, and then Brad Pitt
hit on every girl without a mask.
No, but he's like, Brad Pitt's like, he's like, the show is starting, and then Brad Pitt's like, yeah, I'm just gonna go watch it. And he's like, you're just gonna go watch the show like from the audience? And Brad Pitt's like, yeah, watch this. And he just like he had this giant mask and he put it on his fucking thing and he put his hat on. And he's like, can't tell.
Oh my God! So for celebrities, huge too.
Huge.
Yeah. I'm usually getting mauled on the street without my mask.
Right, put that mask on. People fucking leave you alone.
Signing autographs right and left.
I mean, I'm sure for some super famous people, like they're like, this is awesome.
Yeah.
Like if you just want to be like the closest thing to being like a normal person.
But and like anything else, yeah, you go, well, there's 2 tiny little perks, but on mass, it makes society pretty ridiculous.
Yes.
Everyone's wearing a mask. So if you want to wear a mask, the whole thing, why do we have to?
Well, I know.
If Brad Pitt wants to wear a mask, he still can wear a mask.
Yes. He's always been able to wear a mask. They just it really comes down to nobody really thought about it.
Yes. So he goes, the mask feels like a security blanket in so many ways. So kind of just saying all the stuff that people said about them. They're like saying it out loud now. Yeah. But here's an idea. instead of having a security blanket, why don't you have an actual blanket? So if you're the type of person that's like really stressed out about having to wear the mask,
Yeah.
what you could do,
White blanket, poke the holes. Now you're a ghost.
now you're white blanket, poke the holes, now you're a ghost, and then an actual blanket underneath, like a blankie.
Yeah.
And then maybe sort of a stuffed animal for
Pacifier?
comfort. Yeah, and pacifier. And then also check yourself into maybe like a psychiatric
That's
ward.
not a bad idea.
It was very comfy in there, padded walls, stuff like that. And you'll get your meals served to you. So that's a very cushy existence, and you'll never have to deal with any of the stresses of being outside around people without a mask, even when you're in your new ghost costume.
That's true. I bet with the mask thing too, a lot of people from Canada, now that the mask mandate got lifted here, and they're probably like, oh no, they're coming for us next.
Yeah.
Trudeau, do something.
Yeah, they're
Justin.
they're taking away our masks. You can take our freedom, or actually,
That's the only
that's
power.
funny. That's the reverse. You can take away our freedom, but you'll never take away our masks. You can take our freedom away. In fact, it's strongly encouraged,
Strongly, the less freedom, the better.
but you will never take my mask. You'll pry that off my cold.
That'll be
dead
the bummer
face.
going back to Canada. And they go, yeah, masks are mandatory. You go, what country is this?
What crappy country is this? So the mask feels like a security blanket. Without a mask, someone is more exposed to seeing others' physical signs of social anxiety. So they're saying, like, if you do a lot of weird stuff,
Yeah.
they can see it now. Like, if you're one of those people that, like, gets nervous and
Yeah, you have a bad tick.
yeah, like flushed skin or sweating, a psychologist in Atlanta said. So this is where you go,
Yeah,
what is this
sweating
even?
is not
So
even
this is why,
helping with
if it's gone from this is going to keep us safe to like, yeah, but what if someone in society is like, can't stop making weird faces and sweating when they have to talk to someone?
I mean,
They go, all right, mask back on, everybody.
I mean, again, for that person, this whole thing has been a godsend because now
Exactly.
they can wear a mask and it doesn't.
And the
seem
purpose
weird.
of this article, to be fair, isn't to say that this is a reason that all the masks, but it's sort of it is actually saying, like, if you are this type of person, like, these are the kind of things that maybe you should try to do. Like, this is their advice.
Yeah.
They say, for if you're one of those people, so their advice to start with, they go, start slow. Try removing your mask first in a comfortable setting, or just with people who feel. This is a sketch I would make.
Yeah.
You go legitimately.
You're like, just first time you take it off is like right before you shower. You go, oh.
You try showering without it first.
Yeah.
It's a sketch. Said the director of the Center for Anxiety and OCD. So that's her advice first. And then she goes, reach out to people if you need help. So I think that if you are in a scenario where taking off this mask is going to be really, really problematic for you mentally,
Yeah.
I think that goes without saying you probably need some help.
I mean, just keep it on.
Yeah, well, that's the other thing. But if they're trying to be in a situation where they take it off every now and then, don't hesitate to ask for help from your support network or from professionals. So if you seek professional help, he said, know that cognitive behavior therapy, also known as CBT, is a proven form of psychological treatment for social anxiety that helps people confront their fears and change their negative perceptions of themselves and others.
Yeah, I've done some CBT, go down on the subway and just some fucking crackhead coughs in my mouth. And I go, oh, that really helped me with my germophobia.
Dude,
Thank you, sir.
that's so funny having like a wing of the psych ward where it's literally just a bunch of people with masks and the person comes in and they go, now this is really going to scare you, but it's, we're going to just really put you in the devil's den right now. We're just going to try the nose. It's a sketch.
Yeah, it's...
And then, so the one last thing that we're just going to talk about before we bring our boy on is a Toronto thing.
Yeah.
And this just made me laugh because it was just such a calamity of errors. So basically, blocked you out of this article, but there's this Toronto restaurant that's
I've been
very
there.
popular.
It's fantastic.
You like
ever
the
been there?
restaurant?
Sugo. So good.
So you like Sugo, right?
Yeah. It's tough to get in there. It's a little tiny American Italian eatery. It's like it's like what's East Side Mario's, but if it was good and
Okay.
not shit.
Well, they went East Side Mario's. Who bada boom bada bing.
It is really like
the best
hey,
jingle
what's
of all
the matter
time.
You?
But this, so for them, and also East Side Mario's is very good because you get unlimited bread.
Yeah.
But it's also, they try to fill you up with the bread, so it's a
That's
catch-22.
the thing. They go, hey, it's only $10, $12 for the whole meal. They go, eat this fucking
Yeah,
bread,
here's
you
90 pieces of loaves of bread.
fucking rube.
You fat fuck. Well, this person says that the restaurant, the waiter called them fat.
Yeah, this is kind of funny.
Know what I was thinking? Because America has such an obesity problem, what if, especially people in America love protesting, right?
Yeah.
So instead of calling it a diet, you call it a hunger protest.
Ooh,
So you
that's a good
go,
idea.
you know what I mean? You say, hey, we're doing a hunger protest against depression, everybody.
Yeah.
So if you convince everyone that's overweight that if the only girls basically convince all girls that the only way, and that would be a thing that I feel like you could get, some Republican politicians. Like I bet you could get DeSantis on board if everyone agrees, where they go, hey, listen, we call this a hunger protest against oppression, and then they'll agree. Everyone agrees that oppression's going down.
No, everyone would be like, "This sounds great. What do I have to do?" And they're like, "Not eat." They're
Not
like,
eat.
No.
Yeah. So girls, every girl you basically say
protest something else.
Well, I'm thinking that
Someone who listens.
this is to protest everything.
Someone
you
who
protest
listens to the
racial
podcast
inequality,
who I'm not going to
homophobia. You protest with hunger
So
protest.
someone who listens to this podcast who I'm not going to call out by name, but they know who they are.
A little bit of a chubby.
No.
Okay.
He works in like
Marshmallow Factory.
No, in events.
Okay.
And he was doing this like Lizzo event or whatever, and he sent me these. It was like I think it was like a private event or something, but he was sending me Lizzo's
Her rider.
her backup dancers. All look like Vader from WWE. It's insane.
Earthquake and typhoon.
Dude, honestly, that's
Vader.
what her fucking backup dancers look like. It's crazy. They're like, they're probably like shows up and they're like, it's like, oh, those are your backup dancers, huh? Like the fucking tech guy. It's like, all right, I guess, can you give us a couple hours? We're going to have to reinforce the stage. It's like insane. And there's like a lot of them. You know what it looks like? It looks like the Weird Al, the fat video. I swear to God. And one of them has like a knee brace on, like one of those. Like,
Stop it.
I fucking have to show you.
The backup did.
I can't say who it was because he's like probably could like lose his job. But it was fucking.
That's good shit right there. Oh, now all of a sudden Danny doesn't want to mention a name. That's fucking great, dude. These are fucking big girls.
But look at the knee brace.
The knee brace is so funny.
Like you know what is crazy? I wonder if there's an element with Lizzo too, where she's like, I want them all to be bigger than me, so I like.
They all have like the beer hats with the straw coming down with milkshake.
Probably like.
Oh, shit.
I would say that fucking that craft services table is probably barren.
All right, we're gonna do we're doing like a bit of a thematic piece here. We're gonna do like a lard factory.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, so we work at the lard factory? No, we're the lards. So the restaurant, basically the server was kind of making jokes, right? But then they basically, this is what the person said. He said that her server first made remarks about what she and her friend decided to order, noting that her dining party's choice of salad before a pasta dish was heavy and light.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah.
And Ruby's decision to try out two of the restaurant's most renowned entrees, a pasta and chicken barm, was heavy and heavy.
Yeah. I mean, dude, that place is, you go there, like, I'm not the kind of person who takes leftovers home. I usually eat what I order.
Yeah.
That place, I remember I went there a few times with my ex, and like, you're taking home so much
Well, if these people didn't, and they heard about it.
The portions are comically large. They're like, you just get this, and you're like, I don't fucking.
Well, this
look like you're on,
person,
like, Man versus Food.
they got mad and they posted a big, angry thing or whatever, right? And then they said, if you look back at our 1,000-star reviews, you will see people writing about our great staff and the fun nature. We didn't receive these by insulting our guests. We were just trying to bring some fun. And then the internet took that and went, real wild, being like, they fucking doubled down. They won't even apologize. But it's so funny. There's nothing that makes me laugh more than the waiter doing passive aggressive fat comments like, oh, and when you like that, okay, so we're eating for two tonight, I guess.
You pregnant? Congratulations. He goes, no.
Oh, okay, so you order that and that. Okay, so I guess we'll get the doggy bag because obviously you're not going to finish. Oh, you are going to finish it? Okay, well, I guess my interest, I guess, you see something new every day, huh? So basically, the person...
I want to know what this...
He goes, oh, we're doing heavy and light, and I guess telling a fat person, though, okay, man, you have a fat person and a skinny person sitting at the table, and you go to the skinny person, and you go, all right, so we're doing heavy and light for you, and heavy and heavy for you.
Here's the thing, though. Have we established that the person who got angry was, in fact, overweight?
I don't have pictures of her, but why was she getting mad? She's saying this wait staff was calling her fat. Why
Well,
would
I
there be a
think
problem if she
I
wasn't
thought it was
fat?
maybe the kind of thing where it's not even like that she's fat, is that she's just like, oh, I'm like, you know, like I have body, you know, like every chick has body.
Oh my
just more
God,
of,
yeah.
like,
Well,
you're
some
like,
of the
these jokes
stuff
could make me fat.
Some of the stuff's nothing. And the next thing she goes, they had the audacity. The server goes, you've got a big appetite.
Yeah.
So it is, okay, this is the thing. If a girl comes in and she's 500 pounds on the mobility scooter and orders, and you go, oh, someone's hungry. It is, if they're really fat, it's a lot. You got to be pretty autistic to say that to like a real big woman. Lizzo comes in and says, I'll order the steak, and you go, ooh, big eater.
Yeah, it's really like obviously super.
If a dude's 800 pounds,
I mean, I don't remember.
I'll order the extra large steak, and you go, hungry man.
I don't remember them being like that. It was because, you know, there's some of those restaurants where like that's the vibe, where they go, yeah, the servers are wacky here. It wasn't like that. They go, what do you want? You know, I want that, and they go, okay, thanks.
You didn't get you didn't get this wacky treatment that they've been talking about.
No, I never got the wacky treatment. I was like, hey, can I get a chicken parm?
I'm surprised you didn't get
parm,
that.
and then they go, oh, you fat fuck, huh? And I go, oh, I like this place.
You went
earn
there to
their
get
tip?
nagged. No, that's what happens. You go and you said, you go, you go, I love order this and all over this. You go, do you want to bring it now or do you want to wait for your guest to come? They go, oh my.
Yeah, don't worry. We're just going to fire up the fucking forklift so we can get this meal out to you, fat piece of shit.
When they bring when they bring your meal in, they go, beep, beep, beep. Oh shit. Okay, so that's good. And then would you like cutlery in a plate, or do you want us to just set that up on a trough like you're accustomed to?
You know what a big factor is that we don't know here is, was the server a woman or a man? Because that's a big one.
Big difference.
Right.
Yeah.
You never know. Maybe it was like this server was like, yeah, I know this chick. I hate her.
She goes, yeah, I'll have extra large. A
guy would never do
large pasta dish, and then for the side, I will have a second pasta dish. And he goes, fat. Fatty Arbuckle.
Ew.
Oh, ladies and gentlemen, we have a celebrity at our table. Fatty Arbuckle from that old show. I can't remember what it's called, but it's one of the...
Fatty Arbuckle?
Fatty Arbuckle was like an old school legendary fat character.
He was like a clown, wasn't he?
Oh my God, I can't believe my favorite actor from the Gap Girls has just arrived. What a treat to have the Gap Girls in our...
Yeah, so we don't know whether this was a woman or a man who was the server, which I think is...
This was aggressive. He goes, at another point in the meal, the server returned to check how everything was going. He said he decided to comment on how much the girl had eaten. He said, wow, look at you. Looks like we're going to have to roll you out of here.
That's a lot.
That's a lot. But you're right. You wouldn't say that to someone that was like...
Yeah, like you say that to someone who's skinny, and you go, we're gonna have to big appetite. We're gonna have to roll you out of here, and then they go, yeah, I'm skinny. I get that.
Hey, maybe we get a pin to like pop you and then deflate some of the air out of this bad boy.
Oh, I didn't know we were fat bastard was here.
Yeah.
Can I get a picture for the wall?
Do you mind if I get a picture of the wall, Eddie Murphy? If you just do me a favor,
it was
keep
a
the
guy.
farting to a minimum. We got a lot of guests here tonight.
His comments were hurtful, so it was a guy.
Well,
Gay guy for sure.
Oh, you think of a sassy
Gay guy. Only a sassy gay guy would be. No straight guy is seeing a chick and being like, hey, you fat pig, when he's working for tips. Has to be a gay guy. Has to be.
Right.
Has to be.
Shit. I hope you're going to gorge some of that after, because this is a meal for a fat person.
The bathroom's just back there, just so when you want to go throw up, you fat tub.
And you double hard. And then he comes back, he goes, any dessert? Okay. Oh, he's talking to the two of them, and he goes, the skinny one. He's like, any dessert for you? And for the double hard?
By the way, if you do go there, they have a great tiramisu. I do remember that.
And will the double hard want anything? And for your fat girlfriend? Would your fat girlfriend want anything?
100% gay guy. That's what I'm going with. Gay guy.
Oh, look at you. We're going to have to roll you out of here.
Have to be, because that's only the sassy gay guy would say
Remember when the sassy gay guy wasn't that happy? I kept calling him buddy.
Yeah.
We had like we talked about this, but there's like a real non-binary dude. I was like, dude, that was non-binary, but
there was
being like, thanks, body. Hey, body.
You know what's funny? Actually,
hey, body, do you mind if I pay cash? I didn't notice I was doing it.
At a party we were at, there's, I don't know if I can say this, but there was, I'm not going to obviously, but there was a comic, and some people are like, think he's gay or whatever, and then this guy who we had met was talking to him, but he's not gay, and some guy was talking to him, and he goes, yeah, you got good gaydar. The guy's like, I'm not gay. And I was sitting right there, and he said that.
That's good
He goes, you know, you got good gaydar. You're going to count you being gay, and I was like, guys, like I'm not gay.
I'm not gay.
I'm not gay.
I'm not gay. All right. Okay. We're going to bring Nigel on here. Super funny fucking dude. He actually messaged and he likes the sketches and stuff. And me and him made friends on the internet. So he
Very
came
funny
to
guy.
New York and he sold out a bunch of shows. So we're, and said, come through the studio, and we've been hanging out with them. So, all right. Without further ado, our boy, Nigel Ng.
You usually go for an hour and a half?
Yeah, but
Yeah.
no rules.
Okay.
Dude, it's no rules on this podcast. Danny's fiddling around. We're here with
No
Nigel.
holds barred.
Okay, there he's loud. Oh yeah, that's a loud boy.
Am I a loud boy?
Well, he's sometimes a loud boy, and then sometimes he's a quiet boy. He
That
can't
was the
decide.
extent of how loud I'm gonna get.
But
We just
here with
matched
Nigel,
up.
internet star, dude. I remember we've been talking on the internet. I didn't know.
Yeah.
Like I knew I'd seen your stuff around, but I didn't know the extent to which you were like, fucking. You know what? You're like what? What are you selling out? Like huge theaters, like back to back to back to back.
Well, yeah, it's a bit crazy to me. I still can't believe it. You know? Yeah. Sold out 4 Gramercies and then we're putting on Town Hall in New
Buddy.
York. Yeah.
Wow.
Do you know what's
All because of a dumb fried rice video I made.
Yeah,
And
so is because you did a bunch of celebrities, and we were wondering, did any of them not like you? Did
I
he
think
like you?
JB definitely doesn't like me. Gordon likes me. Gordon Ramsay likes me.
Ramsay
cool.
likes
Yeah,
you.
yeah.
Because he's
yeah.
got a bit of a sense of humor.
Yes.
But,
And-
but Jamie Oliver, no sense of humor.
no, I think he's too like stuck up his own ass. He's been famous for too long.
Yeah, he's been famous since he was like 12.
Yeah, and,
He's
and,
like
and
literally-
housewives love him.
Yeah, chefs get a big ego, eh?
Yeah. So when I made the video, my agent at the time, she sent that video over to Jamie's team, and
Being
the
like sick, right?
Yes. What do you guys think? And then the word back from Jamie's team was, I quote, they said, mixed reactions from the team, which is the most British way of calling me a cunt, essentially.
Yeah, essentially,
you know?
yeah. Without calling you a cunt.
Yeah, so that's how I know. I think Nigella doesn't like me either because I reviewed
Who?
her
Who's
ramen.
that one?
Nigella Lawson.
Okay.
You guys know her here?
I know her. Yeah,
Okay.
she's got a.
He's into food.
I'm into food. Ryan will tell you about
Ah.
his food stuff, and you'll be mortified.
I have
Okay.
some of my own.
We
dishes.
have a kind of a running bit on the show, but
Okay. So Nigella, I don't think she likes me either because I make fun of her coke habit. So
oh really?
it was just, she had a few, I'm sure she doesn't do it anymore, but she had a few articles coming out where she was going through a rough divorce.
Yeah, she's
So-
getting into the white.
Oh, you know what? I
Yeah.
remember that.
Yeah, so it's not her fault, and I'm on her side. I'm on Nigella's side. I'm on your side, Nigella. But if the news article
She
is there,
doesn't
then
watch
it's fair
this.
game. What?
I love how you looked in the camera. You go, you're saying she doesn't watch this.
I'm clipping this up and sending it to her. So.
This is my new dish that I've been experimenting, and this is even before we're going to do the podcast over the last couple of weeks. A big one that I've been working with lately is white rice and then chipotle mayo. So that's
Chipotle.
Just that. Just
Yeah.
that.
So a lot of times what happens if you order food, let's say Thai food or whatever, or even Indian food, it comes with rice and you always have too much rice. So you take the rice and then you pour tons of chipotle mayo in it and then you sort of mix it up, and that's
I mean, I have.
what I've been working with lately.
I haven't had that. I don't like the pairing of the chipotle, but I have from time to time. I'll eat white rice with Kewpie mayo, soy sauce, and some like furikake. It's not bad.
Surely you need something else, right? It's not just the rice and the...
It'll just be it'll be kind of like there'll be something on top, but sometimes if it's just like in a pinch, I will eat just that. It's
Okay, one more.
That's my trash.
You pour
trash food.
cereal into ice cream. So that's another one. So you take a bowl of ice cream and then you put cereal
That's
in the ice
fine.
cream.
That's
I
not
think that's
crazy.
fine.
That's fine.
Okay,
That's fine.
Everyone
that's
likes
just
my things now.
That's just a topping. You just are kind of thinking out of the box in terms of
Yeah,
toppings.
but the rice thing, that sounds grim, man. Sauce on rice is grim.
It was. It
I
is-
mean, I grew up poor. Even my mom tried to put some meat on it sometimes, you know?
Sometimes you're too lazy though.
Or an egg. An egg.
Yeah, an egg.
Come on.
An egg is a
Yeah.
good one.
Didn't Gordon Ramsay was getting? He did like a Chinese food place, and then people were getting mad at him for appropriation
Yes,
stuff, right?
I've actually been. It's called Lucky Cat.
oh yeah,
yeah, it's
which
in London.
is a funny
it's in
name
London.
for a Chinese food place.
I know, and I actually interviewed on my old podcast. I interviewed the journalist who wrote this story, and then she said Gordon Ramsay fanboys were just coming after her.
Right.
But
Whose side are you on?
well, at first I was on her side, and then I saw what she wrote on Twitter, So she basically...
You were on her side because you're like, oh, everyone shouldn't be coming after her like that.
Yeah.
But were you on her side with that he shouldn't have made the restaurant?
No, I think anybody can
You
make
don't
any
care about
restaurant,
that.
man.
Yeah.
You know, because
Not a lot of people
people
are.
always say like, oh, white guys try to culturally appropriate and make Asian food. But I know a lot of Asian guys who make shitty Asian food too. So please,
Yeah,
have
yeah.
some
Or
more
shitty
guys
white
on there.
food,
Yeah,
maybe,
shitty
right?
white food, definitely.
Yeah, of course.
Shitty cheese dreams.
There's
Yeah.
actually very close to here. I don't know the name of it, and I don't know if it's still open. But there was this right before we moved here. There was this woman opened a Chinese restaurant. She was a white lady, and she called it.
This is
She's
a
like,
weird move.
yeah, but she goes, it's clean Chinese food. As in, because like Chinese food has a lot of oil in it. Right?
Yeah.
That's what she meant. She goes, it's clean Chinese food in the
she
sense
got
that it's
killed.
like clean in terms of dietary. And she got, like, she was public enemy number one. People were, but I think it actually might still be open. I think I walked by it. It's like around here.
Yeah.
Wow, I think I saw that. In
Yeah,
the
yeah. And
news,
they hate it's just I think she's a Jewish woman too, and they're like, oh, lady.
Yeah, I think that's just bad marketing.
What's up? We're going to take another quick break here, just a small quickie to tell you about a company that I've been using, I've been loving. We're trying to get you in shape over here. And it's almost summer, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You want to get jacked up.
Fucking jocked.
You want to get jocked up? This is FitBod. And I've also seen FitBods start to get a lot more popular, and normal people that I know have all been talking
normies.
about it. Well, people have been talking about it because it's actually catching on, and it is actually a really good product. So the reason I like it is because anywhere you go or any gym you're at, you can type in what they have or type in what plans you've done, and it could change your plans to keep it interesting and make interesting plans based on what machines or what stuff you have available. So no matter your goals or experience level, FitBod finds the next best workout. No 6-week plans, no shortcuts, no BS. Its innovative algorithm learns your goals and experience level, crafts a personalized training regimen unique for you. Small progress builds exponentially into huge lasting results, but there's no skipping ahead. I will say that one of the things that when I don't have plans like this, I do just sort of like flounder around the gym a little bit. One leg here, one curl here. I'm pretty known to like dick around and probably do useless stuff. FitBod's one-of-a-kind algorithm uses data to create a dynamic fitness plan just for you based on your personal goals, equipment, fitness level, and workout history. Access your personal routine on the easy-to-use mobile app and start making progress on your goals wherever you are. It's like having 24/7 access to a personal trainer. So whether you exercise 3 times a day or twice a week, every workout scientifically proven to be better than the last. Visualize your muscle usage, recovery achievements, and workout streaks right in the app. And it integrates with your Apple Watch, smartwatch, Wear OS, and apps like the Apple Health, Fitbit, and Strava. So build your fitness habit and become a better version of yourself with FitBod. And you get 25% off your subscription or try out the app for free when you sign up at fitbod.me/boyscast. That's 25% off your subscription when you sign up today at fitbod.me/boyscast. Okay, one of the funny things that, like, when me and Danny were talking about today, and first of all, before that, because you're from Malaysia, right?
Yeah, yeah.
And you know what the best part about being just any ethnicity is? If you get really popular and you go to a town, I bet you come to a place where like every Malaysian person within like a 300 fucking but you know, it doesn't have to be, because white people have it if they're Italian.
Yes.
Like Sebastian Maniscalco, every Italian in a fucking
100
100-mile radius is
Yeah.
coming to that show. Russell Peters, when we used to come through Toronto, there isn't a single brown person that doesn't know about that show happening.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I think I have a little bit of that. Malaysians
Hell
come.
yeah.
Hopefully
The
other
best.
Asians too. Some Filipinos, some
Well,
Indonesians,
yeah.
Koreans. Yeah.
My friend Jocelyn, she has this big joke about how like Malaysia, I won't say like her punchlines or whatever, but the joke was basically she's Malaysian. She was kind of saying that Malaysia was like part of China, and then China dumped Malaysia, and then now Malaysia's doing good.
I know that joke. I think she's talking about Singapore. Singapore used to be a part of Malaysia. Then Malaysia dumped Singapore.
Malaysia dumped Singapore.
Yeah.
All right.
I think I've seen that joke online somewhere. Yeah.
But,
she's gonna
okay,
do it.
so if I was really don't know from the basics,
Okay.
why is there a lot of Chinese people in Malaysia?
Yes. Ethnically,
Are you
30%.
Chinese?
Ethnically,
Yeah, but it's mostly
yes.
Muslim, right?
Yeah, 60% Muslim, 25% Chinese. I think 25-30% Chinese.
Is that how? So it's kind of how whatever. I mean, we're Canadian here, but there's a lot of. That's So as most people, is Malaysian like an actual thing where you would be in China and be like, no, I'm Malaysian, or is everyone in Malaysia kind of Chinese?
No, if I go to China, they view me as Malaysian. You can't
Okay,
say you're
you're an
Chinese. You're
outsider
not even
there.
from there, and the language is the same, but the way we use it, the slang words are all different. Yeah, I don't know any Chinese shit, man. Yeah,
But they're the ones that's what you got in trouble with, the Chinese government.
Yes.
Well, that's a different. Yeah, that's the government.
Yeah.
But I thought for some
who
reason
knows?
when I was like, I guess if I was getting in trouble with like a government that I'm like not a part of, you'd be like, yeah, who cares? But I thought that maybe there was sort of a connection, or do you just have like a big, huge fan base there?
I have Chinese social media platform accounts, you know.
Right, you got the
Weibo,
opposite
Bilibili,
ones.
Douyin, what?
Right.
Yeah. Do you guys not have that? Yeah.
Are you okay? So you've had a few like cancellation things.
Yeah,
But the
yeah.
biggest one that I guess we would know about is that you basically, the Chinese government was mad that you put someone on there that criticized them. Is that like the gist of it?
I don't even think it was a Chinese government. I think they're too busy minding their own business. I think it's
The
just
government is-
the people on the Chinese social media platforms on their Twitter. So for context for people who don't know, I did a collab with this I think a New York YouTuber, Mike Chen. Nothing against that guy, but I just didn't know he was such a vocal anti-China person. So he did the video. I thought, whatever, just put it on YouTube, all good. And then I got on a flight back to Malaysia. I got off the plane. My phone started ringing from my Chinese social media agents at the time. They were like, you got to take this video down because your accounts are getting reported. Your Chinese social media accounts are getting reported.
Oh, so it's actually it's just citizens who are.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I was still new to Chinese social media. So I was like, okay, handle it. I was jet lagged. I was so tired. I just landed in Malaysia. I had to quarantine for 7 days by myself in Malaysia in a hotel room. So just handle it. So I let them handle it, and then this happened. Basically,
What happened when they handled it?
so I took they told me to take the video down. I took the video down. Then they wrote a little status update on the
Yeah.
and then
because they manage your social
Yeah,
media. So
yeah.
they're just posting as you, essentially.
I did have to approve it, but you see these things, you're like, post it, whatever. You're not posting a status update in text form. You're like, whatever, right?
Do you let them do it now, or do you feel like you need to do them?
Now now I don't know. I'm with a different Chinese social media agent now who's based in the West, so she has a better sense of these two things. Because
Yeah.
when all that Chinese shit was happening, there was not a single PR person who's well versed in both worlds.
Yeah.
Like, what can I say on Chinese social media platform that won't be twisted by the Western
In
people?
America, you have to hate your government. There, you
Yeah.
have to love it.
Yeah, and
And what was
That's what you're supposed to do.
what did he say that was so like? What's like? He just has all the things the government about the Chinese government, like the CCP. That
he says a lot of stuff.
he says a lot of stuff. Yeah.
I don't even know now. And when I worked with him, he was fine. He was just a normal dude, and you believe whatever you want to believe, right? So when I posted that stuff, turns out in China, it's viewed that if you are seen working with someone, they just assume you share the same
the
political
views.
beliefs.
Do you think it's the same here, where it's like, everyone's whatever? They're like, oh, this guy's sexist, racist. You got to stay away. That's the same as there, where they go, oh, this guy's like against the government.
Maybe I should do a collab with Tucker Carlson and see what.
No, literally, I was literally about to say, like,
Yeah.
if you go on, you could be like some leftist, and if you go on Tucker Carlson, a large group of people are like, oh, that guy, I didn't know that guy was right wing.
Yeah, true.
Like that's just, yeah.
But do you get reported on social media?
Because I guess like lots of people, like if you did something here where you said the N-word or something, all the people would come and they'd try to report you, but they'd go through old videos, like essentially a mob of people.
But
Yeah.
they're just trying to get you.
whatever,
They're just trying to
right?
get you, removed from the platform.
So
That's
it's the same then. We're all the same.
Yeah.
Feels like
You know
it,
what?
but
You know
must
what?
have both.
Epic Mealtime. You know what that is?
Yes, I know
So
that
that guy
channel, yeah.
Harley was like the guy from that just posted. I guess he's friends with Sam Hyde now.
Okay.
And he posted just a photo of him and Sam Hyde, and there were all these comments being like, "Oh, I didn't know you were alt right now." And
Oh,
he's
so
like,
people were getting mad at him.
just for posting a photo with a guy.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very much a lot of guilt by association stuff.
So the status they posted for me, to me it was just like, oh yeah, whatever. You take a video in China, is to me it's just, oh yeah, it's a stock China thing, whatever. Just post it. But then that statement in Mandarin got translated by Twitter, and it comes across as if I'm apologizing on behalf of the Chinese government.
Oh no.
Oops.
So it seemed like you're shilling for the government.
Yeah, exactly. And I'm like, dude, I just made a video about dumplings, man. Like, what is this?
It's like the most innocuous thing.
Yeah, and at that point, I was first I'm getting canceled, and
Do you
it's
think
such
it was
a
the
large
wrong?
scale.
Do you think you should have just left it up and then it just would have blown over? Do you think the move?
Yeah, I think knowing what I know now, being canceled a few times, you just let it blow over. Never apologize. Never address it. You know, unless you do something like at the
If
Cosby
you feel
level.
like you should, or if you believe that you want to address it,
Yeah, exactly. So now I'm never letting anybody else touch my social media updates.
Because those people are just on to the next thing. There's always the next thing, and then they just go on to they wait for their.
It is interesting. to
Pound of
think
flesh,
that
and then they
their
just go
pound
on.
of flesh. That I guess you could see that here a little bit, like now that depending on the government, but it is interesting in China where it's like they have a mob of people being like, "Yo, this guy's against the government."
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It's like,
there are bots out there, and then I still get comments. Oh, you're what a Uyghur concentration camp denier,
Right.
You're a pro CCP, you're an anti-human
and
rights.
that's because you basically, when you said, "Okay, I'll take the video down," at the time, they interpreted that as like, no one talks shit about. I didn't know that he talked shit about the Chinese government.
Yep. They interpret it as me kowtowing to the government, and it's like,
Whereas you
what am I
thought you were
supposed to do?
kowtowing to your fans, probably.
I just didn't want my accounts to get banned, man, and the fans too.
It is.
Yeah,
It is. But I guess so. You have to deal with that in every other
And
country.
I was new to the Chinese social media space. I had no idea how it works. I was 2
Right.
weeks into the account. I never log on.
I mean, my naivety
You know?
is like I honestly thought when I read that about you that it was you get a call from someone who's like,
Me too.
I work at the government. We saw your post.
I did too.
Not okay. Like I didn't think it was just people.
Oh yeah, no.
I thought it was some guy like
I liked that narrative, too.
Soviet,
Yeah.
Soviet style.
Can you
like,
update my Wikipedia to say that?
It is true because you kind of like. Well, I don't know. You hear that how much like things are so wild over there. Journalists disappear and all that
Yeah.
stuff.
But I did have that concern. I have relatives in China.
That's what
I did
Yeah.
in that moment because I was so under so much attack. Every 3-4 seconds, Twitter, Facebook, TikTok, Instagram,
Yeah.
hate comment. My
course.
agents were getting blasted. Email inboxes were getting blasted.
Yeah.
telling them you should drop this guy, whatever.
Yeah.
Like that was with the Russia stuff. There was there's all these players in the NHL who are Russian, and some of them people like the moment Russia invaded, they're like, okay, you need to speak out. You need to say like this is bad, and they're like, yeah, we have family in Russia. Like, what do you want us to do? Like,
Yeah.
all our family lives in Russia. Like,
Go out on and be like, "Yo, Putin's a pussy."
yeah, Putin's
Like,
a pussy. Like, fuck him. And you go, yeah, and all your family disappears. And you're like,
And also, like, I'm a comic, and why do you expect me to speak out, right? Like, Apple doesn't speak out. Apple sells tons of iPhones in China.
Yeah.
They have factories there. They work with the government there. Like, they
And
have
also,
so
you
much more
don't
power.
live there.
Yeah.
It's like,
chill. It's not my country. I don't want to say shit about them.
yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, there's that.
No, that's
an episode.
That's a crazy one. But it is like, there is that part where I go, to me, it is a little scarier. You don't live there, so again, I'd be less. But the family thing, where you
But
go,
you do wanna tour
you're gonna
there,
get in
right?
trouble here, but you know that one thing that's not gonna happen is you're probably in America. Your family's gonna get put in jail.
yeah.
I'm going on tour there. Yes, I'm good. I'm touring Taiwan, which is part of China.
He knows all the things to say.
Yes.
Well,
I say all the
it
right
will be
things.
soon probably.
Yeah,
If
I'll
it's-
clip it up, put it on my Chinese socials. I'm also touring Hong Kong, China,
yeah, back.
and Mongolia, China.
Oh yeah, we're gonna.
Africa, China.
New York, China.
Yeah.
They're coming here, man. They're coming here soon.
Shit, that was the
Yeah.
first one. So then, what happened after? Because you said there was more. There was a second cancellation, right? What was the other thing?
Oh, that was just some dumb Ukraine joke I tweeted.
Oh, you got in
So
trouble.
yeah. But at that point I was more well prepared. I know what to expect. So I just addressed it on the podcast. The podcast got a few more listens out of it, so that was good. But the Ukraine thing, I was in.
Did you do a heartfelt apology?
No, I just basically said I'm just making jokes, guys. Fuck you guys.
Yeah.
Basically,
Oh,
just fuck
you
you
learned
guys.
now
from
you
the
become-
last
Yeah,
one.
learn from the last one. Don't let PR people tell you what to say.
No.
Because I was doing some interviews for the tour, right? In around the UK, I was just doing interviews, and then all of a sudden, my PR guys suddenly started tagging along with me because they knew. I'm like, fuck you. Let me just say whatever I want, man.
Right.
You know? You want
You're
to
like
be
your
funny, right?
handlers.
Yeah. Do you work with PR people?
I have in the past, and I legitimately, The only thing I've worked with PR people in the last little while was to like help set up and schedule things if I'm doing like tours of things. But so it's logistical, but not. I'm not going to ask them what to say about anything. But I remember when I was younger, some of the biggest mistakes I think I made was listening to PR people. I mean. Yeah, they're idiots.
They just want to not get fired.
Yeah,
you know, and we want to be funny. Sometimes that clashes with each other.
Yeah.
So I remember some interviews.
What was the
I
Ukraine
did.
thing? What did you say?
Oh, I just
You want to
the initial tweet was me saying that adding extra dates to Ukraine guys, LOL.
Oh,
you know,
that's
Oh my god, dude.
something dumb like that.
And then
you know.
and then so that was and then just people on Twitter were like
People on Twitter, but then tabloids in Asia too, Malaysia, Singapore.
He's a
My
big
mom
star
was
over there.
calling me like, Nigel, what'd you say this time? What'd you say this time?
You go, I'm a bad boy. Mommy's smoking a cigarette.
Leather jacket.
Yeah. Once you had the first cancellation, like it all changes. You go.
Yeah.
They turned you over to the dark side.
Oh, yeah.
The concept of in Malaysia, like if you are somewhat known, they just view you as a celebrity, right? They don't view you as a comedian or anything. So
Yeah, you're just in the celebrity class.
yeah,
essentially.
and I'm not. I talk shit all the time, you know. And celebrities, they think of someone like very bland, neutral. You know, they don't say
Very
shit.
much. Mannequins.
Yeah, mannequins who wear Prada because they're a spokesperson for it, so they don't
Yeah.
want to piss off Prada. But no high street fashion brand is sponsoring me, so I'll say whatever I want.
That's the one thing that PR people can be good for is like legitimately when I had one, the only thing that I remember even back in the day, I've not did this recently, but you go, when I was like 25, I remember it used to be like, yo, get me free clothes. Yo, can you get me into this like exclusive party? Like stuff we were just like straight up for fun. You're like, yeah, I want to bring a chick to this thing. Like,
Yeah.
can you get me tickets? And then they can pull those things off.
Yes, they can be good for that. They can get like movie premieres.
Yeah. That's the only thing.
But when they go with you to like, I did a podcast with a food critic in London, and then the PR person wanted to come into the interview with me, and I'm
just
like,
to
nah,
kind
you
of
stay
like
outside.
mind you, just
Yeah.
to make sure you didn't.
Yeah, and that's crazy.
They're going crazy on the other side.
Yeah, but they're probably you guys their thing. You go like, this guy's making our life a fucking nightmare.
Yeah, and also as a comic, it's just such a pussy move, isn't it?
For sure.
It's
Yeah, yeah.
impossible.
Right?
Yeah.
As
Yeah.
a comic, you can't do that.
No, you lose all the respect from your peers, man. To have a PR person just editing you in real time. My God.
Especially now that you know that you're on the internet talking all the time, saying your opinions. Like having those. That's why when big celebrities be like, "Oh, I'll be a podcaster or I'll be like a YouTube guy," usually, unless their whole thing is, get in shape, like you can do it, like
Yeah.
inspirational, pump you up stuff.
Yeah.
If it's anything in the opinion realm, no one cares because it's like. All the PR person does is tell you the opinions that everyone already has. So why do I need to hear it now?
Yeah.
You go, yeah, you're right. That's the opinions that everyone's saying. So,
It's just really boring. And if you how would you put this? The PR people, they're just there to do their job, you know, and try to not get you canceled.
Yeah.
But sometimes getting canceled, to me, is attention. And
Absolutely.
attention's good.
Absolutely.
Attention's good.
As long as it's not attention to the CCP, I guess. But it sounds like it wasn't even that.
Yeah, it wasn't. That's
Yeah.
so.
That's what you should be aiming
man.
for. That should be the goal.
Oh.
Is when like President Xi has to make some sort of statement about you.
Well, I do have
You would
shows in
become-
Taiwan coming out.
yeah, he has shows in China coming up.
Yeah.
He's not gonna. No, you got to go to the other way.
What? Oh, say
Nothing.
that.
Yeah,
Pro Taiwan independence. Why would I side with the losers? You know.
All right. Well, all your shows in Taiwan just got canceled.
Hey.
Well, because that's another thing with China that me and we hear all this stuff about what's going on with COVID there, but only from American publications. Really?
Oh, by the way,
are they
you
locked
guys,
down there? Is that
No, Shanghai is. I sent you the.
I think
Shanghai has. I sent you just before this. Shanghai.
Just
has-
pretending you're Chinese.
Yeah, yeah.
That's
It's
fine.
close enough. That part.
Yeah, who cares about Malaysia? You
Yeah,
know,
yeah.
Ronnie, you can't get Ronnie Chang to fill you in on that.
Shanghai, they have the robot dogs. Did you see that? You know those like the Boston Dynamics robot dogs?
Yeah, you guys have that too, though.
Well, they're
No.
no. They're in the streets telling people they're walking around the streets of Shanghai, telling everybody
Yeah.
like with a loudspeaker, being like, "Wash your hands, stay inside." It's pretty crazy.
Yeah,
wow.
apparently the dogs are going like, ruff, ruff, ruff. Don't leave your house, ruff, ruff, ruff. Yeah.
Wow. Okay, I didn't know.
And they
It
had-
can't be
and-
confirmed or denied.
and they
This
had-
is the propaganda that you're saying.
No,
Yeah.
it's confirmed. And there's this guy, he's an American who lives in Shanghai. I messaged him because I had questions. He's like, I'm not speaking about this, but he had this whole tweet thing about how in Shanghai, because they have like their lockdown right now because they're like zero COVID, and so their lockdown is like you really cannot leave your house other than to get tested. I think is the only thing is you can leave to go
Wow.
get a COVID test. And he's like, we've been locked up, but so all the stores started running out of food because you could only get your food via delivery. And so he's like, at one point it was hard to get an appointment for a delivery, but all the stores would show having food. And he's like, day 14, he's like, now the stores don't even show that they have any food. And so then he's like, I went to a liquor store, bought a bottle of liquor, and he's like, they sold this frozen steaks at the liquor store. So I was able to like get frozen steaks. And then he's like, and then I traded the liquor. Like it becomes like this weird barter.
Wow. Of course, the American propaganda machine would show you this, right?
No, it's just the guy.
Yeah.
No, it's just the guy though. It's not
The guy.
like
Who's this guy?
he's a
YouTuber.
lawyer. No. He's just a lawyer. He's and people ask him, well, why don't you move? And he's like, no, like this is my home. Like I'm not. He's not even saying like fuck the government. He's just being like
He's
this
saying
is-
we got to get this food thing
He's
sorted
just
out.
like the food thing's an issue, and this is what's going on. But people are like, why don't you move? And he's like, no, this is my home. Like I don't want to move. I've lived here for 30 years or something. Like he's not.
Yeah,
it's not
that's-
even
that's
critical
hard.
so much of the government. And obviously, but he's just being like stuff's kind of starting to crack. The system's starting to crack a bit.
I think they'll figure it out.
Yeah.
You know, the worst things have happened to China before.
Yeah, of course,
You know?
of course.
Yeah, they'll figure it out.
With the okay, so I have a like a sketch that I wanted to pitch to you that I've been doing, not to
Yes.
like do, but this is to me one of the things, and you could tell me if it's like this with you, but I want like the idea of like a white comedian telling his parents he's going to be a comedian versus like an Asian comedian telling his parents he wants to be a comedian, and it's just like having like the white parents are like, yeah, I don't know, go do whatever the fuck you want, and the Asian parents are like melting down like, I can't, my son's a comedian, the lowest of the low. Did you have that?
Not that extreme, but I get that sentiment.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
they
but it
were
wasn't
so
your parents
worried.
weren't like that.
No, but they were worried though when I went full time comedy. That was before Uncle Roger blew up.
So they weren't like,
So they-
don't do it. They were more just like,
They were
hey.
just, yeah, just keep your day job. Just do it on the side.
Yeah.
You know? Uncle Roger was the only thing that made them laugh because they finally understand me for once. You know? It's true because in Malaysia, the accents are stronger. So I've lived here a while now, right? So I speak with quite a neutral accent. You know, this probably sounds a bit different from yours, but it sounds quite neutral to a Malaysian ear. And it's hard for them to understand. But then the Uncle Roger character came about. It's just talking about rice with an accent, exaggerated accent, simple words.
Yeah.
So that was the first time I saw my parents laugh, and then they were like, "Oh, okay. I think Nigel's doing okay. I think he can do this."
Yeah, you were cooking. Now you can buy them stuff.
Yeah, I try. I send money back home every month like a
Oh,
faithful
really?
immigrant. Yeah, but then my mom keeps asking me for more money. Chill out, man.
Really?
I try my best here. Yeah.
I do that. That's another one where I say that on stage, I've been saying that like, yeah, like immigrants that are white will send money home to their family. Like a white person would never in a million years send money home. That's so crazy.
Yeah. What do you guys do with the extra money? Just use it on yourself, I guess.
Yeah. I think a lot of times I lose mine in the stock market. if I have any extra, I ask Danny for some stock picks.
Yeah, that's generally what we do.
I think it would be weird if you sent your parents money, wouldn't it? Would they receive it in a Venmo? It's like, is everything okay?
Yeah, what are you sending me money for, you weirdo? What do they think of the woke shit in like fucking Singapore and Malaysia? And,
Oh,
like,
we don't give a shit.
They-
We are the most
they hate that
racist
shit.
people out there, man. Seriously, and Malaysia is Malay, Chinese, Indian, the three main races, right? We shit on each other all the time. We don't have that woke concept.
who's not racist? What culture is? They go, yeah, we don't have a racist bone in our body. Nobody here's racist. It doesn't exist.
I guess in
Exactly,
most places
exactly.
there's just one thing, you know.
Where?
It's only really white countries
Dude,
that are like
Africa.
as crazy.
Yeah, I know, but no, like
integrated.
Africa, you go like Nigerians go. What do you think about Kenyans? They're like, don't get me started
Well,
on
that's
Kenyans.
like- they've got to,
You
they've
know,
got to
and
use like
then-
a
but-
paint swatch to get racist. Yeah.
No, it's just once that fucking line of their border shifts, and they go, those people on the other side of this line, fuck that.
Or they find a religion or something. Yeah.
anything.
Yeah.
It's literally human nature.
Exactly. But you guys get a lot of shit, you know? White people, you guys get so much shit for shit I used to do back home.
We had it good for
Yeah.
too long.
Is that what? Yeah, because I've had comic friends that went to tour in like Asia, and they'll say that a lot of it is, you want to do like kind of race shit. Like that's almost the stuff. I mean, think about, Russell Peters and a lot of people that like have those huge audiences over there. That's like a huge part of what you talk about.
But it is interesting that because when I imagine there's comedy clubs in like
Malaysia,
like other proper like comedy clubs, but they must be fairly new.
Yes.
Right? Like there weren't any 30 years ago.
No. I think it was only in the last 10 years.
Like I went to Paris 7 years ago, and they had a comedy club there, and they go, "This shit's brand new here." Like, this Western style comedy, this is brand new.
Yep. Performing in Europe too is sometimes a pain, man. They're all so quiet.
Yeah.
Why? Are they like pretentious Paris kind of people?
Not the Americans just love to cheer. They're just waiting to cheer.
Yeah.
Like I have a
too
phrase
polite?
like I have a
Too hip.
too polite, too hip, too proper. You've met a European.
too
right?
proper.
They're too moderate. Everything in moderation.
Well, they like
sensible.
to look down their nose at loud Americans. Right? They go,
Yes.
those loud, dumb Americans. So they're
Yeah.
like, well, I'm
Hooting
not
and
gonna-
hollering.
Right, exactly.
That's what I like, man. At a comedy show, you want that.
Of course.
You know,
course.
in Britain, it's the same thing too. Like in the UK, initially I wanted to film my special there. And then I did my first show in Chicago. I'm like, fuck that.
Do it here.
Cancel
It's
the
way
video
better.
crew. Do it here. Do it in America.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I have a line in my set where I say, give me a cheer if you were beat as a kid, right? So in the UK, normally they'll cheer. Some people can cheer if they're beat as a kid. Here, I say, give me a cheer. Before I finish the sentence, people are like, whoa! Whoa! Just waiting.
Yeah, people are jazzed up.
Yeah, what cheer? Yes, my turn to shine.
Yeah.
So,
funny.
Yeah, I
then
love
you-
American audiences, man.
Yo, were you divorced? Is that the thing?
Yes.
How old are you actually? Or do you?
31.
Okay, so that's young, right?
Got divorced. Got married young. Got divorced.
Kids?
No, thankfully.
Oh yeah, that'd be
Clean
a
break.
debacle
That's
right
just a
now,
break.
right?
That's
Break.
just you broke up with
So-
your
Yeah, good person too. Didn't take half my shit.
Is the
Nice,
YouTube is the fucking YouTube Uncle Rogers group? He's coming through, and
Got a few here and there.
are the
Yeah.
groupies demanding that when you smash, you do the character?
Only one so far. Sometimes they get my name wrong and call me Roger in bed.
Yeah,
which is,
yeah.
okay,
Just
fine.
demanding, like
I don't know what your name is either, so. You know. Hey.
and just like critiquing their boobs when the boys. You go, you call this a boob?
I wish. Pornhub just started following me on Instagram.
What? Yeah,
2
what
days
happened?
ago.
Really?
I don't even know. I just saw that they follow me because I use their little
No.
jingle in my videos all the time.
He did a funny thing. That is so funny. But he did a pretty funny thing. He goes, he tagged them afterwards going, yo, can you guys give me a free subscription then?
Yeah.
And then they did, right?
They haven't got back to me yet. They said yes. They were waiting on the code. Yeah, but that's funny. We have the same like orange shade in the logo and my polo shirt, and I use a little jingle, the
Yeah,
drum.
of course.
You know?
Yeah, that's
So,
great.
They like it. You know.
Do people ever, do people ever watch the videos? I have this a little bit, that people will see the video stuff and then they come to see your comedy show and they're like, oh, you're just like a normal comic that just like talks about whatever, sex and all that shit. And they're just like, what the hell? I thought this was going to be more family friendly.
Where's the rice?
Yes.
Or just even more like offensive too.
Yeah, I think, okay, well, the videos themselves aren't super family friendly. You know,
Yeah.
I talk about, I have a Capital Riot joke in one of the videos, little bits and pieces.
Yeah, I guess
Yeah, you
that's
kind of
true.
sneak
Yeah,
in
yeah.
little.
Because you're
little-
kind of playing
people
this like
know.
asshole character
Yeah,
too, right?
Oh, I love it so much, man. There are certain lines I deliver on stage where it only works as Uncle Roger. I just tried that line as myself. People just go, ooh. I basically I
Because
say,
it's mean when you do it?
yeah, exactly. I just say any vegans in, people can cheer, and then Uncle Roger was, oh, it's all right. We accept people with mental illness here. So that's what I say. And as Uncle Roger, that gets a huge laugh because people
Yeah.
know the character. And I've said that as myself before. People just go, ugh.
They're laughing at the, like, oh, like half the joke is that he's an asshole.
Yeah.
So we can
Of
make,
course.
this
Yeah,
fictional guy's an asshole.
Yeah.
I know it's always there. I always like you're always like sort of playing around with, is it the character being an asshole, or is it like I'm always kind of like up to opinion where do I think this? Maybe. Or you know what I mean? You got to be a little more sensitive. Not
What
sensitive.
do you
with
mean?
it,
As in, like, people will think I actually think what Uncle Roger thinks.
well, yeah, it's like creative. It's like you have to give them the permission to laugh. And if it's you being an asshole, they're like, well, I can't laugh as an asshole. But then if it's a guy that's like, oh, we agree, this guy's bad, all of a sudden they feel like they have permission to laugh
True.
at it.
Yep.
Because people are, as much as they think, you watch with all the Will Smith stuff how much people's opinions will change completely one day versus what they're told to think. So it's like you can tell people. Audiences can say, people can go on the internet and say whatever they want of, I think that you should laugh at this and I think you laugh at this. But at the end of the day, you can trick all of their brains in 2 seconds. They don't know what they're talking about.
Yeah. So Uncle Roger is a good way to couch the meanness. Permission to laugh. Yeah, exactly.
Well, the same people would say racism. They'd be like, we don't like racist jokes. But if someone goes, I was at a bar and this racist guy or my uncle who's racist came through and said this and this and this. And I was like, can you believe it? It's like, you're still saying all the stuff with punchlines on the punchline was the racist part. But it's the idea is like, but we think this is a bad guy.
Yeah. But it's the same racist joke you're trying to
Same
make.
joke, and we'll still laugh at it. But like, can you believe that this guy said this joke that we all just laughed at?
It's a little trick.
Yeah, I always think like if you do like high status comedy where you're like kind of bullying people, the trick is to trigger their laughter before you trigger their empathy. You know, that's how. But and giving them permission to laugh is one way to do it.
You are right. That is what it is, high status comedy. Because it's, and then on top
because
of that,
we need more of those high status Asian comics, man. I've seen so many self-deprecating ones, and then it's like I get a lot of criticism saying, oh, this character is enforcing Asian stereotypes, which is but you know, you can also, I've also seen so many Asian comics not do the accent, but put our people down even more, you know. Every
well, that's just a general comedy trick, the self-deprecation kind of.
Yeah, but I know I know exactly what you mean,
sure.
because then it becomes like when that becomes there is like a stereotype about it with Asian people, but also there's this other part where it's like once that becomes everyone's doing it, it's you want to go the other way as well.
Yeah, I want to shit on people. Yeah, shit on white chefs. That's what I do, you know, and also. There are people who just don't do accents at all in their act, and it's like
white people.
Me, I can't.
You can do other white people's accents, you know.
I really can. I'm not saying I can't because I won't. Like, you know, there is this attitude of like on stage, like I know you don't do the Indian accent because like, you know, it's rude, and I'm like, I would if I could.
we have a friend of ours back in
You're lucky. Everyone's, to be honest, I guess I'm lucky that I'm not good at accents because I'd be out here. So I was talking to this Nigerian today. I would be abusing them.
We have a friend of ours in Toronto, a comedian.
Man of many accents.
And he's really good at accents. He's a white, like ginger guy, but he'll do like Boston accent, Irish accent. The spiciest he gets is Jamaican. And then we're always like, when we lived there, we were like, do the forbidden accents.
Yes.
Do the forbidden accents. He's like, no. He's like, I won't do it. This guy, Aaron Ryan.
We go, why does everyone you meet just happen to have a white accent?
Yeah.
I was at the airport and this guy happened to be from Chicago. Oh, yeah?
And we're like, and he's really good at accents. We're like, do the forbidden accents.
Never once have you met a retard. That's what we're saying. I was talking to this guy and it turned out to be a retarded guy. What would that sound like?
A retarded Chinese guy. You know?
All right. Okay, here we go.
Yeah.
He never wanted to do the retarded Chinese guy.
Yeah.
It was always and the bus driver was a Scottish.
Yeah, it honestly was. It's like, we go, do the forbidden accents.
Just taking the jokes and making them so acceptable. You know, a Scottish guy, a guy from Chicago, and a Bostonite walk into a bar, and you're like, what if?
And then this guy from Queens shows up.
Yeah. So those are definitely the forbidden ones.
Yeah.
But no, I cannot do accents. I can't even do like I have like family with Irish accents, and I can't do an Irish accent.
I can only do the Uncle Roger voice, man.
That's your only one?
I can learn for certain bits. If I need a specific accent, I'll just YouTube something.
Yeah,
and I'll say one sentence. Yeah, it's nice. People think you try. You know?
So with and then with the YouTube stuff, we were talking about this a little before though, because it takes over so much running these like operations where you can't. It's very hard to like do the stand up. So what's your like? How did you like organize your fucking like week now? Where you go? How do you like do it all?
I don't, man.
You kind of don't. You stop doing stand up as much.
Yeah, I stopped doing stand up as much, and now when I'm touring, I'm doing stand up more. So I scaled down the videos a little bit, just 2 a month. And a podcast every week, but then the Uncle Roger videos 2 a month. They take a lot of work, man. Those videos, I have to do the research. food reads the technical side of things. Then I have to write jokes with a comedian friend, and then we write together, put them all together, then act in front of the camera and stuff. So yeah, something has to give, man. Otherwise, you just burn
I've been
out.
having this problem a lot lately, where I was just like, where it's like there's never done, right? Where you go, it never ends, and I was like, that can't be like the way to do it. I was like, I have to scale back, and I've won the biggest ones. I was like, okay, I'm not doing any more phone calls Wednesday to Thursday, or Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. I go, any like phone calls have to be done Monday to Tuesday. That was a big one that I decided on.
Phone calls as in like meetings.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah.
I think I just need to stop doing cameos.
You do cameos?
Yeah.
It's a waste of time.
I
Well, maybe not for you. You make so much money on
it's
it.
nice pocket money though,
Yeah.
you know, for very little work.
Yeah. We were here.
Yeah.
We had
I don't
this
know.
guy
There seems
Alex
like
Stein.
there's better
was
ways
here.
for you to make money.
How much you just need to charge.
I'm not doing them.
You're not doing them. Okay, that's good.
I also like our fans are animals too. Like it would be 90% people like getting us to just say horrendous shit. But like also to me that is just a time management thing as well. Where I'm like, I know for a fact I can't like wake up and you have 48 hours to go like make these 3 cameos. I know that'll drive me mental.
What do you mean? As in like, oh, you have 48 hours left to make these,
or however
the
long you
to-do
get
list.
to do it. I know for the cameos, like waking up and being like, this morning, I know that I've been pitched this. The Cameo sends me an email once a fucking. They go, dude, it's so much money, and you go, okay, even if it was X amount of dollars, you go every morning you wake up and it's like, okay, you have 4 cameos, so it's like, okay, what if I want to write first? I gotta keep on my mind. Okay, before stand up, I always got to know that I gotta find time to go into some room and make these cameos. I go, it would drive me nuts.
Well, that's a bit much to assume you're getting 4 a day. You know? Bit arrogant there, you know.
Well, I hope it's 4 a day because 1 a day would be worse. One would be worse, where it's like I gotta fucking make sure that I go find a quiet
Dude,
place.
Alex Stein literally came in the other night and he banged like this guy comedian. He was on our podcast and he banged. He like we were having a conversation and mid conversation he goes, "Oh, I got to do a cameo," and just like in the middle of our conversation, just did a cameo.
How many of these guys do it? I do 2 a week. That's
Really?
it. Yeah. And then
Uncle Roger's not,
You just
not
have
as
to-
much of a hot commodity as he thought.
you just have to set the price high enough that people don't bug you for
Yeah.
it.
Oh yeah.
You know?
What are yours at right now?
Tinder swindler rates.
350.
That's not that,
Not that
crazy
high. Yeah, I need to up it more.
I know what your numbers look like. You could like.
Asians are cheap, man. Asians are cheap people. I've set up a Patreon before for my old podcast, and man, getting people to donate is fucking. I know you guys listen to it.
But you do
You know?
sponsorships. That seems like the model for
Yeah,
you.
that's
But-
better. That's better.
But really, you go, so, but you're also cheap if you're like, hey, you're selling out arenas and you're like, let me, do these cameos for $300. I just don't get it.
I think it's just a habit thing. I've had it turn on since I blew up, and I just never turned it off. I'm just used to it now.
He's charging more than a Tinder swindler. That's pretty good.
The Tinder.
How much did the swindler charge?
No, the Tinder swindler wanted a G for fucking if it was promotional, and I think $250 for personal. So yeah, maybe.
Oh, I don't do promotional ones.
Yeah,
so
you're
he's charging more
you'd
than the
be you'd
swindler.
be supporting every restaurant going.
Oh no, I don't.
Yeah,
you
yeah.
have to go through my agents for that shit.
Oh yeah, if you're listening, you want that Uncle Roger.
You got a MSG brand that you want.
Yeah, I'm trying to come up with my own MSG brand.
Why not something else? Someone
about
must
it
have
a lot.
approached you. Like, Mr. Beast has his own like Beast Burger like restaurants.
Yeah,
You must
yeah.
be like almost in that realm where they go.
Am
Let's.
I don't know.
Must be close enough where someone goes. We're gonna slap your face on.
We're taking this guy to the top, man. We're his new
Yes,
PR agent.
yes.
Yeah,
please.
like maybe like a Panda Express something. But
Maybe one day. Let me
one
focus
day.
on my stand-up, man.
It's the Rob Dyrdek formula, dude. That guy, Rob Dyrdek, he basically had these like wild deals where it was like just every skateboard they sell, he just gets $5 from it.
Yeah.
And then it just like popped where they just sold like millions of those boards or whatever it was. And it's just like, you're not even involved in it.
Yeah, I have something like that in the works.
He
friend
does. He
premise.
just doesn't want to say.
Yeah. What?
MSG.
No, it's some kind of food thing. It's not finalized yet. We can't really. I'll just say it's some kind of food thing.
It's
Yeah, we'll
basically
see.
a thing for uncles that if you got caught touching someone, they relocate you. They come in. No, would be the best. This is what's gonna happen to him. Is you're gonna do something with the
What's going to happen to him is we're going to watch him lose this thing in real time as Ryan says this.
No, he's gonna say the wrong thing about the CCP, and then just the next video is just gonna be a different Asian guy being Uncle Roger, and
You know, something about Uncle Roger seems different, and then there's just like nothing is different.
Why is Polo red now instead of orange? You know.
Yeah, and they don't say.
That's what
anything.
you should do. Go Gallagher. You know Gallagher.
Gallagher.
You send a bunch.
So you know how he.
Smashing the
So you know how
watermelon guy.
he sold his act. He licensed his act to his brother. And there was Gallagher too. You should have just different Rogers, different Polos,
send them out into the
scale.
world.
You scale
And then
everywhere. You have like you could have
put together some shitty Nanette fucking fringe show where you're going out of the thing being like, you know,
I'm the victim of the CCP.
yeah, have a big victim, you know, complex where you're sitting down and you go. And that's what my mom told me. I'd never be a comedian. And, you know, just pause for a little bit. Stuff where they don't even need to be funny.
And they do them in every different language. Like you can have a Vietnamese Roger.
And people are so racist
Cambodian
that he's got
Roger,
like a
like
fat Asian guy. No one even noticed.
Yeah, you guys need to be my business managers, man. These are great ideas.
Yeah, so you got this.
These are free, man.
We're gonna get this guy's name on fucking
these are freebies,
Mandarin
dude.
oranges.
Just everything.
CCP merch. No, but both
Listen,
sides.
in Asia, I already do that because they just take my likeness and whack it on their product.
Oh, they just steal it.
They just take
Yeah,
it.
yeah,
Oh, they don't even
There's no way.
ask.
No.
It's as bad as they say it is over there, where it's just like everyone steals everything.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's
yeah,
fair
it's
game.
shameless.
How many
Yeah.
channels have like just uploaded your videos and made the money on them?
A lot, but there's this.
I'm one of them.
There's this company I work with who just they kind of find these duplicate videos and they monetize the videos for you.
Oh, they'll go do copyright claims.
Yeah. So they
I
still
don't do
monetize,
that.
but the money comes to me. But you know, that's like $500 a month. It's not that much.
Yeah, it's not, yeah.
I always get people messaging me being like, you know, we could do this, blah blah. But I don't. You probably have it where people just steal your actual content. But I feel like if someone like clips the podcast and talks about it or whatever, I'm not gonna like claim the money off. It seems like unethical.
Yeah, no. If they upload the whole thing in whole,
That's a bit very different. Or someone that's like taking your like Patreon content and putting it up. Like those are different things.
Yeah.
But someone that's like
don't give them any
putting
ideas,
your stuff
man.
in a
Don't give them any ideas right now.
Yeah, no, you're saying they'll just take it and maybe like punch in, 1%, so it's like
Or
slightly
0%.
different, just so
Yeah.
it's like not the exact or whatever, and then just upload it.
Well,
to
that's
the
what
channel.
TikTok, their whole business model is that, right? Like there's no money to be made on that, but
Yeah, you can get 10 million views and get $3.
yeah.
You know.
What about Louis C.K. winning the Grammy? Do you like Louis?
Yeah, who doesn't like Louis? What comic doesn't like Louis?
Yeah, there's a,
You know what I was thinking?
there's a few.
Because I was thinking about this.
I probably get some hate.
It's been
Cancellation number 3 coming.
Oh, boo! I'm so scared.
I was after you've had the CCP after you, which I guess you didn't actually technically have.
Yeah. You're about to get canceled by Jen Kirkman.
Oops.
Yeah, but to me it was so funny that it was like, okay, a lot of people recently were like, over the last 3 days or whatever, we're like posting a lot more about the Louis thing, even more than when it first happened, being like, he shouldn't be winning like the best album or whatever, right? And it was just like, last night when I was sleeping, I was thinking about, it's interesting that it kind of shows how a lot of people think of comedy, because they're like, he shouldn't have won this, he shouldn't have had the best album, but that's how they think of comedy, where you go, well, was it the best album or not?
Yeah.
It's like, imagine someone like, if you're doing like a race and you go, hey, this person was the fastest, and they go, hey, you shouldn't say that. Like, and you go, well, were they? You could say it was the best one and I didn't like it, and I don't think we should give them an award, but to say that it wasn't the best one.
First off, for something like artistic, there is no true, it's not a race. It's nobody had the best time. Like it's
somewhat
it's still
close is.
subjective.
Well, no, that's not really.
Yeah, but that's not Ryan's point. Is it's subjective, but they judge it on the merit
Of course,
of the art itself,
of
right?
course. But yeah, all those people. I mean, the worst thing is with the Oscars, where they said in 2025 you have to check all these boxes to be eligible to even be nominated in these categories, right? You have to all these like race, disability, and you go, okay, so then there's no such thing as the best movie. Either you were wrong about all these other ones, or just it's all nonsense.
Wow, is that real? You go check
Yeah,
boxes
yeah.
now.
Oh yeah. For 2025 at the Oscars, you have to have all these, and if you don't meet these certain
Small
like
dick.
diversity, and like all these things,
You had to have been to Epstein's Island.
if you don't meet them, you just can't be nominated.
Wow.
Yeah.
Crazy. In the UK, a lot of people complain about the same thing, like diversity checkboxes, and we have a big TV show, Live at the Apollo, the stand-up show, and I haven't been on it, so I'm like neutral on this. But because of all this like checkboxes and stuff and diversity thing, like when I see a white guy on there,
Yeah.
I know it's gonna be good.
Yeah, of course.
Because
Yeah,
that guy
of course.
fought against all odds. I'm like, holy shit! You are 2 out of the 30 people.
Yeah.
I know you're good.
Yeah, even
You
though
know?
they're probably like 50% of all the comedians.
Yeah, I know.
Like, and they go, you're
but
like,
it's kind of had the opposite effect. All this quote, I think now I see a white guy, I'm like, okay, I'm watching him.
Yeah,
you
yeah.
know, because
Oh, yeah.
I know that he's like gonna crush it. And
You had,
then usually-
you had to fight the power to get through.
Yeah. They were there
Unless they're
despite
old.
The odds.
If they're old, you know that they could have been grandfathered in from the old days.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah,
if you're
yeah,
watching
true,
a thing and
true,
it's a
true,
TV
true.
show and the one white guy's like 55, you go, oh, he's been in the system.
Yeah.
They can't get rid of that guy.
And it's also tricky for me too when because on the flip side, if I think like this, I'm sure a lot of people think like this as well, right? So when I get put on British panel shows there, I don't want people to think I'm there because
well, of
I
course.
check a box.
Our,
you know?
our
No.
friend Andre.
Yeah, you're there because you're, and yeah, that is funny. Someone being like, even if they saw the other one where it's like, hey, oh, this guy's just here because he checks a box. It's like, no, I'm here because I'm 10 times more popular than anyone on this panel,
course.
for
But-
starters, and I'm a good comic. But
yeah.
if you were going to say something bad about me, it's because I'm that.
Yeah, for sure.
Like if you were going to think I don't belong here, that would be the reason.
Yeah. Our friend is an Asian comic, and I was talking to him. He had just done a Just for Laughs thing, and he honestly said the exact same thing, where he's like, I don't know, like
They devalue it.
well, no, but he straight up says, he's like, I don't know if like I feel like part of the reason why I was here is just because I'm Asian, like you know, like he's
yeah.
kind of like he kind of felt like bad about it. He goes,
Yeah.
I mean, you take what you can get. I mean,
Of
it is
course,
what it is.
obviously.
Yeah, like it's never the obviously
Yeah.
a person. If you're joining anything, it's like yes, do like
and
whatever.
the corollary to that is that 30 years ago, like the reason for this whole like overcorrection or whatever is because 30 years ago there were just a bunch of crappy white guys who were there just like, and they were
Yes,
you
but
know,
I've always it's even the same thing the other way right now. And we've talked about this, but it's like when they're like, "Oh, we need more black guys," right? It's like what they mean is a very specific type of black guy. It's never
Yes.
there's this
Yeah.
huge
Yes.
amount of like this whole huge hood comic scene. Like T.I. is a very popular comic. I don't know if you're familiar with him. He used to be a rapper, but yeah, so that's who they put on. But I don't know if you guys know that, but T.I. is a comedian now.
I didn't know that.
I
thought you were
saw
joking.
I saw the video of him at the thing. I didn't know that was because I thought he was in the audience.
So T.I. the rapper,
He's a comedian now.
and
Is he good? Is he good?
No, obviously not.
You,
Right?
you knew the answer,
Right.
I don't know. He could be
Well,
like
he-
secretly grafting, you know?
Yeah, so he had
Trying
a
out
big,
material between songs.
That's true, but to me, he had a big problem with Godfrey because apparently he like dropped it on the show and did an hour, and I don't know. There was like some whole controversy that a lot of people have talked about already with Godfrey, but the. So now he has another one where he was basically on stage, and then some girl who was hosting the show goes, "Oh, T.I., give it up for him. He's got 2 sex assault allegations with his wife or whatever." And then T.I. comes up, he goes, "Nobody ever fucking some version of that."
I saw
right?
that. Yeah, I saw that video. I thought he was in the audience, but then I was like, it was honestly,
No,
like, it was like a bar gig.
He just did a set. Yes.
Yeah, but it was like it was like a legit like bar
yeah,
gig
so
in
he's
Atlanta.
he's bopping around, like popping into like bar gigs in Atlanta and shit.
Wow, you gotta have if you have any sexual assault cases, you better have jokes for those. you know people are gonna bring it up, right?
yeah.
Like Jimmy Carr probably has like deflection jokes about his tax evasion scandal.
Nothing
Yeah,
ever, whatever
I mean,
came of
I
that.
have jokes about my CCP cancellation. I just got John Cena, you know. you gotta have jokes about.
I don't
that.
think, if I was like currently being accused of like double rape, that's like a tough one to bring up.
Yeah.
But you know what? But he's
No, he would be
True.
like, it's actually a single rape, same 2 times.
Yeah.
yeah. So I mean, whatever. She was, and I knew. I'm sure that. My point isn't like pro this chick. Like she was like, the cameras are rolling. I'm gonna get this like viral moment of me calling T.I. out for some shit, right?
Yeah.
But regardless of all that, like this guy has not been doing comedy long enough to like handle this.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? He's on stage and he's just like. He at one point he gives the girl a hug and he's saying shit in her ear because he's like, that I can't fight you, but he's whispering in her ear some version of like, yo, you better fucking knock this off. You know?
And then he sits on the stage.
Sits,
like,
and then he
won't get
sits
off
on the stage. The whole thing is a bizarre.
It makes more sense, like to me, because I saw it, like I said, like if he was there, but you're like, he was on the show and he's doing that.
Right.
He is not going to get asked back to that show.
No.
I just don't think that, and what I feel like, I guess if T.I.'s a comic now, I don't like to trash comics too much, but he does just strike me as like not a funny guy. Like,
Did you have the whole thing? where he had his daughter's hymen checked by the doctor? Wasn't that?
I think that might
wasn't that a big thing with him?
Yeah.
Where he goes every year. I have my like doctor check my daughter's hymen to make sure it hasn't been broken.
Something like that. That might have been him. Yeah, so it was
Yeah.
a weird dude.
That rings a bell. Might be him.
Yeah, someone that was funny would not be able to say that without like kind of
Yeah.
knowing it was funny.
You know when you be checking those hymens?
He just doesn't. Certain people just have like funniness in their like bones or something, and he just really feels like. I feel like he's not a naturally funny person, and I feel like on top of that, he takes himself very seriously, which is maybe the two like worst combination. And then on top of that, to be like famous trying to start comedy, it's like the worst combination.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe wait till those rape charges have been cleared up too, just so you can be like, allegedly.
Well, that apparently
We've
they
been
are
through the
cleared up.
courts?
That's what he did say.
Oh, they are.
Oh.
Well then.
Yeah,
That's not fair.
He said, he goes, I never been charged. I ain't going to be charged because that is false, whatever, right?
Yeah. Wow, I didn't know.
Well,
that.
then I'm on his side now.
Yeah.
She did him wrong.
I need to check out this clip.
Yeah, but he, it's a weird one where you go, I don't think anyone's really the good guy here.
No.
It's just like a weird event. But like, my point is, I don't think we're going to be talking about this in 3 years being like, fuck that T.I. guy, fucking that new special. Did you see that new T.I. special? Woo, buddy. Damn, I wish I wrote that. That's all I'll tell you. That right there is damn, I wish I wrote that. Well, the diversity part, that was one of my other sketches, is I wanted to do a thing because I feel like what used to drive my friends in Toronto, like, would bother them, and I used to see this, is because it's like, it's not just that, you know, it's annoying for white people, it's that it also is like this narrative where, let's just say you're like some Indian dude and you go, you're like kind of popping and you're really funny, and they bring you up and you're just like, yeah, I just want to do a show about like me and my friends open a bar, and they're like, yeah, but and your Indian parents wouldn't let you, like,
Yeah.
they want you to fill this like you, if you were pitching shows, I bet you if you had your show was some version of like we started a, we work at a bank, you know what I mean? It'd be like, but like the Asian, like
An Asian bank?
Yeah, the Asian bank. Yeah.
right? I don't know. Am I?
Yeah.
No, that definitely is a lot of that.
Yeah, of course.
And
it's a lot of people who are just trying to save their jobs because they're, it's some person who's just like, yeah, I've been in development forever, and then now I'm getting in trouble for all the stuff I used to do, like approved. So then now they're like, okay, we got to really like change shit up now.
Yeah, you definitely have to fit a certain mold of minority too. You know, in the UK, I can think of like they like the very middle class, educated like minority comedy.
That's the favorite type.
Yeah. And then
A little snarky.
a little snarky, not too funny.
Not too
They
funny.
don't want it too funny because it's unbecoming to laugh so much. You know,
Yeah.
and
They like it from the highest Indian caste.
yeah. What's the highest one? The Brahmin people.
Yeah, it is I think, no.
Yeah.
Is the Brahmins high or low?
I think high.
Yeah, you have
You're
Google
right. I
your
think it was.
laptops, right?
No, you're
Our
right.
friend
'cause I was
Amisha's
that's what it
there.
was. The Brahmins.
Future
Yeah,
writer.
they
But well, he's a Patel, a measly Patel.
They want the Brahmin comedy, you know? They don't want anyone lower than that.
You're right. It is kind of
And
that.
With my shit where I just shit on people, that's not what they're looking for.
gutter. That's
Yeah.
gutter. Yeah.
Yeah,
But you
that's
probably
gutter-
do. Like,
gutter
what are you,
stuff.
some sort of immigrant? Like,
Yeah.
But you do more numbers than probably a show that's on TV.
Yeah.
yeah. That's very.
I don't mind at all.
You're lost.
That's very Patel of you to think the numbers matter.
And it's freed up this whole online. Anything that's funny gets shared.
Oh yeah.
You know, so TV can keep doing their like quaint little TV thing. You know.
Yeah.
But it just,
That's funny.
I just keep shitting.
Oh,
on
your
people.
cute little TV thing.
Yeah,
Oh,
you do.
Plus another thing, if you put an Asian character on TV, you know, like white people are gonna fuck it up. They're gonna fuck with it, and they're gonna tell me what to say. And
course.
if you work with like white producers,
that would
they're gonna
fucking
try to mold
stink.
it into. And then one reason I do this Uncle Roger character, I have all this control over my own jokes, my own culture, and my own people. But then when they start to mold it, what pain does Uncle Roger feel? Is there any racist incidences towards Uncle Roger? Do you want to explore that?
Yeah, they
You
want to
know?
explore what Uncle Roger's trauma is.
Yeah.
why did he become like this?
Yeah.
Shut the fuck
What's
up.
Has he been
villain
part of a
story.
COVID hate crime? Uncle Roger dealt with COVID hate. I was punched in London, man. I talk about it in my
No
set.
way.
Yeah. We have hate crime over there too.
Yeah.
But only you guys get the bad rep, right?
Oh, it's black guys here.
What? Black
Black guys doing the Asian punching.
Oh yeah. I mean, I was
and
punching
it's
a black
us
guy
doing
there.
the black guy punch. No.
I don't have the balls for that.
Yeah, but it's material now, so it's.
Why did
actually
you get
funny.
punched?
Nobody can prove intention, right? But we all think it's COVID.
Dropped a
Was
few N bombs after
Yeah.
a couple
Was it a
of
rival?
Sakis.
Was it a rival MSG manufacturer? He goes,
Maybe
your
the
MSG sucks, dude.
It's a Jamie Oliver fan, maybe. Yeah.
See, there's a message from the CCP is what it sounds like to me.
Oh, they're hiring black people to punch Asians now.
That sounds like
Oh,
a message
no.
from the CCP if I've ever heard one.
Yeah,
But you think
true,
it was
true, could
after
be.
COVID happened? Like, you think
sorry?
it was after COVID.
It's the height of COVID. I think
you
it
got-
was November 2020.
Oh,
And
okay.
you were just
Yeah.
walking?
Yeah, I was just walking, man. Yeah,
And someone just came and
and
punched you.
yeah, just hopped off a bike and punched me.
Like a gang initiation type of thing, you
I
think?
don't know, man. I think.
I
was
mean,
on
are you in a
drugs or
gang
something.
now?
I would like to be.
No, he doesn't get
But,
initiated. They got a punch.
Oh,
to
I
be
thought they were
initiated.
initiating him. They go, hey, you're in this gang. You
No,
go, "I-
apparently
I didn't
I'm-
want to be in a gang.
Like apparently a lot of that stuff where you just see someone like knock someone out of the cold, it's kind of like
That's
a
the
gang
face
initiation
slashing.
thing.
There's
At least that's what happened
get
in
their
one of the
face-
cop shows that I watched.
Wow.
People get their face slashed here a lot in New York.
Really?
Yeah, they just cut you with your face.
Peaky
And
Blinders.
That's
Peaky
the
Blinder style kind of
gang initiation.
It's like some Kevin Brennan, our friend, said that's what it was. He got his face slashed. Like, and
Wow.
there's another 2 comics in the city who had their face slashed.
It's wild.
It's crazy.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
I don't want any of that.
Yeah,
Man.
Yeah,
that
take an
stinks,
Uber.
though, getting
Take
punched.
cabs or Ubers.
Yeah, I do that. I do that. I heard too much news of Asians getting pushed in front of trains and stuff.
I know.
Oh.
It's,
You know, I'm
it's
in
That's
that-
just because they're the smallest. That's not like that.
To the east.
They would yeah, they would
no,
rather,
it's all women though, and it's all.
They would
women.
rather push a big black guy. It's just like logistically. It's like you're like, oh, why do you want to push them? You go, want to?
Yeah, I have to. It's the easiest.
You think, yeah, I'd love.
I
to
mean,
push-
there's no
You think
children
I-
out at 3 a.m.
I'd love to push that Viking over there onto the subway. It just ain't happening, pal. What was the funniest things where people tried to like change, like when you're having those meetings and people try to like fuck with the Mr. Rogers thing and get involved? Like, have you had any wild ones where you were gonna maybe do something with him and the advice you got from the industry was just like so crazy?
What did I get? I just mainly don't get the meeting, really.
Yeah.
But when people sometimes we comedians there and do the fringe or they do the hour, they work with directors. You know, and it's just again
So
the
weird.
lamest fucking thing. As a comic, you're like, this is so lame.
Well, we
dude.
had a buddy who did a big
And-
fringe show,
Uh-huh.
and our other buddy directed it, and it like did really, really well, right?
Uh-huh.
But it was
So-
definitely a one-man show.
And it was a one-man
Okay.
show.
Who is this? I might probably know him. If they were at the fringe.
no, this isn't true. No, try.
I
You
don't know
gonna
if this
name
is.
him?
I
Okay,
just
that's
don't know
fine,
if what
that's
I'm saying is positive.
Oh.
Okay. Okay. Sorry. Okay. Don't name it then. Don't name it. Yeah.
But-
you said it did really well, so I thought it was good.
Well,
good
my
to a nice
point
part.
was more that like, so I get the director sort of helped at the beginning, and then when after it had been going for a year and a half, I'm like, what the fuck is the director doing?
Totally, I know.
What are you
Are you
doing
still
now?
directing? You know,
He goes, hey, the music just started. And he goes, I'll see you afterwards.
The fuck is he doing now? Like, I get at the beginning, you're kind of like,
Yeah, you give direction during the rehearsal.
yeah, you're
Yeah.
like, hey, you're standing there. Like, what if you stood there?
yeah. Your action here needs to be bigger. But like, if you work with people like that, they just tell you, oh, you need to be more like raw and honest and authentic. And if you,
You're like,
if you
I'm
see
doing
it,
a character.
yeah, if you see an Edinburgh show description with the word explore and identity
Yeah.
and raw, unflinching. Oh, the word unflinching. I don't want to see it. I don't want to see it. There are shows there. I watch the show. I'm like, oh, I see like 4-star, 5 stars, whatever.
Yeah.
I see the show. I'm like, oh boy, they never took into account how little laughs they get. This is really boring, man. Yeah.
Unflinching honesty.
Unflinching raw look at being, I don't know.
Being a pansexual,
Yeah.
transvestite 4-year-old.
So you get a lot of that, and I think some of that's coming over here. The one-man show type shows are coming over here to America.
4-Year-Old Trans the musical. And then, how about this? Okay, this is my pitch for you. It's a show about a 4-year-old transitioning into a girl.
Okay.
And then he's like, and the big song comes out, and it's like, chop the cock. We gotta chop. And then you come out in like sort of a butcher's outfit, and you have like big machetes, and then you're
Chinese cleaver, please. Chinese cleaver.
You sort of do a choppy thing.
And then the lights go dim, and then it comes back on. He goes, "I'm a girl now."
Yeah. I'm just a girl in the city. And it's 4, right? And then you go back into Uncle Roger, and then you're like going to a pedophile thing where you're just like, "Hey, little girl." Uncle Roger wants something to say.
Because it's different being a girl.
And then they transition back, and then
they detransition, and that's when the show gets canceled.
Well, they detransition, but then you have to come back with like sort of like a top tier like Asian super glue to sort of put the. Am I hot or cold?
I think that's legs.
Can we clip this? Can we clip this and send it to your Asian? It does have legs, but it doesn't have a dick.
BBC for us.
Hey, pitch a BBC.
Yeah.
Are you doing stuff with BBC? Because we have CBC in Canada.
I've done a couple things, but it's kind of pointless. It's so geographically locked. You can watch it online later, but then if you're outside the UK, you can't really watch it unless you have a VPN.
That's
so
true.
Same with
it's
CBC.
China all over again.
It really is, though. It is like government propaganda all over
We're
again.
protecting our people. We don't want you to watch it. Yeah.
We also came from a communist country, Canada.
Yeah, we're all the same,
Our heritage is a communist country called Canada, and not if you've heard about dictator Justin Trudeau, but they pay tax dollars to filter in like legitimate, like probably more propaganda than the most aggressive, politicized TV network here.
Oh, absolutely.
Which I always say, I do believe if you want to start a network, you should be able to do whatever you want, but I shouldn't have to pay for it. That's the crazy part when the government's doing it.
And we say it's for the they say it's as like a cultural. They say we're trying to protect.
But they hate Canadian culture.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well. The sad thing is when Western countries do that, they don't see it as propaganda. But when Asian countries do that kind of thing, like state-funded TV, it just labeled. We just get labeled. Oh, it's propaganda.
Well, now they like Russia. Now they think it's with Russia, but they wouldn't have. But you're right, Western.
Yeah. Well, yeah. It's such a double standard.
The biggest hypocrite, fucking West. Yeah.
And also, I realized, like, China is such a hot button topic on the internet, man.
It is right now.
Yeah. Especially you get so many bots and haters coming at you, calling you like, they call it a 50-cent army, because apparently in China they will hire people for 50 cents to reply to anti-China comments saying how good China is.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So it's not bots; it's like actual.
It could, yeah.
It could be. It could be like.
It could be people.
They were saying for the Cambridge Analytica stuff with all the election that like it was actually these centers in Russia that were just full of actual people who were just
Well, I always find it funny when they show whenever something happens and then there's like they take the tweets of, hey, here's 25 accounts saying the exact same wording, right?
Yeah.
But
that's my YouTube comments, really. CCP pig, bootlicker.
Really?
Yeah. All the same comments, different accounts saying
and
the same exact
come
comments.
From?
Random people. They never have their profile, their photos in their avatar.
Yeah.
It's always a picture of an anime character or something.
Do you ever respond?
No.
You're actually a bootlegger.
I don't, unfortunately, but I should. Let's see what they come back with.
Would you ever do Uncle Roger's roast to CCP? Do you have the guts? That's the real question. Does he have the
what you should do is just to really fuck with him is do a thing where Uncle Roger just watches Winnie the Pooh and you just love it. There's no even joke. You just watch Winnie the Pooh and you go, "This is the best."
Oh,
Yeah.
just
drive
them nuts?
because they call she Winnie the Pooh.
Yeah, Winnie the Pooh is bad in China because the president some people make fun of him saying the president looks like Winnie the Pooh.
Yeah. Oh, I guess it would be the opposite. Then you'd have to hate Winnie the Pooh for the bootlicker.
I think it's too complicated, man. They're not that smart people.
Yeah.
So he likes the trans idea better.
I think the trans,
trans.
and they bring out the butcher knife.
The butcher knife is like
off Broadway.
It is crazy to think though that there is just some, I guess it would be like is it almost like a sweatshop and they just all have like crappy like IBM like laptops from 2001, and then they're just like nonstop reposting,
It's
the
like a call
propaganda.
center.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
guess, right?
Yeah.
It's employment opportunity.
I want to talk to someone who's worked at one of those though, where they go, "Yeah, I used to work at one of those places." Like, how is there not like a whistleblower?
Because they disappear.
Yeah.
Because yeah,
Like
all
they,
right.
I mean,
all right.
Because you blow
they
that
could-
whistle and you alert
they could
the-
make Jack Ma disappear for a month.
Yeah,
and,
exactly.
So what
and
happened
he's
with
at the
Jack Ma?
richest-
What happened when they made him disappear?
They always come back.
Because he came back and he
Yeah.
goes, "No, I was just on vacation. And on that vacation, I realized China fucking rules.
He goes, I'm sorry.
I'm better
Yeah.
now."
They come back like a lot less like what do you call it?
Mouthy.
Yeah, a lot less mouthy, wearing a sweater.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah, he was a little disheveled. Like,
Yeah.
Where do you
yeah.
think he actually goes when that happens?
I just think I don't know. I probably have like people stationed outside his house. Just,
yeah,
you
yeah,
know,
they're just like, you're not
that kind
leaving
of
your
thing.
house. Kind of
So
thing.
he's not anywhere. They're
they're not
They
taking
go,
him,
he's
like,
missing, but
re-edu-
he wasn't missing. They just surrounded him. You think?
yeah. And they probably like kind of scared some
I'm picturing them bringing him to an island more.
some sense into him. Maybe
Don't
they
you
did.
think you need a little bit of that in your country too? People like imagine people always complain like billionaires have too much money, inequality. So
Okay.
if some billionaire mouths off too much, make them disappear for a month so they can't tweet.
No, because the government is so in bed with these billionaires that, like, to me, that's worse. To me, the
rather the China system.
well, the renegade billionaires, I'm like, I like.
okay.
Like, yeah, I don't like the billionaires that necessarily are like completely in bed with like the fucking deep state to like undermine society. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Whereas like the renegade like billionaires that can't be controlled, it's like those are the ones that I would not want them to have bad things
Yeah,
happen.
those
to
are the
them.
ones that they're most worried about in China, right?
Yeah, it would be the wrong picks. So yeah, you go, maybe there's some billionaires that like could use a little talking to.
Like Bill
But
Gates.
if the family has something to say to you, but it'd be the wrong billionaires. Yeah, it wouldn't be Bill Gates getting a talking to. It would be,
Who's a renegade billionaire? You think?
I guess, the most
Elon.
ones, Elon
Elon.
Musk,
Oh.
probably. Who knows the extent to which he's actually renegade? I think he probably is. I
No,
believe
he is,
it.
yeah. I mean, think
So he's the guy that would be getting taken to the island, and he came back. He goes, "Buying Twitter's a bad idea." I think.
those
right?
fossil fuels are sick.
Yeah. Fracking.
Yeah, let's get all that oil out.
I think so, right?
Yeah, probably.
So that's why, yeah. But I guess all it takes is a few billionaires to go missing for the rest of them to get in line. So it's like then you have every billionaire where it's like now you have instead of right now, to some degree you have like the free market and certain the Peter Thiels of the world. Like you know what, he wants a smaller government. He's not for let's expand this government. But all it takes is a few Peter Thiels to go missing where every probably
That's what happens in
billionaire-
Russia, kind of.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Every billionaire
Some of the
just-
oligarchs before this stuff, they would kind of.
Well, they sort of shut up and have fun on their boats now.
Step out of line. And you
I
go,
think if that was me, if I was like a billionaire that was doing all this stuff and I'm going to change the world, and then they start, kill off 3 of my friends, I go, hey, maybe it's time for a cruise on my yacht.
I guess yachts
In
are-
international waters.
Well, I guess that's the other thing. What would be really like? Why doesn't if I was Jack Ma, to me the move would be like get out and never come back. However, I guess the problem is all his money in his companies. How you can't get it out.
Yeah, exactly. You're like it's all
And he goes, yeah,
intertwined with the government.
So you're screwed.
Yeah.
It's damned if you do, damned if you don't.
Yeah.
What if because you can't sell your business, put it in diamonds, shove them up your ass, and get to America? I guess.
No.
Taking money out of China is the most difficult thing.
Yeah, it's super difficult.
I make some AdSense revenue from my Chinese social media platforms.
You can't get them. You have trouble getting them out.
It's like layers upon layers of bureaucracy. In the end, I just had to have someone I work with who has a China bank account. And then we just decided, okay, let's just offset that against your retainer. So I can't physically even get the money out.
Whoa.
It's a lot of paperwork.
So when you go to
and
do
that's
tours
like
there,
$1,000,
Yeah.
compared to Jack Ma's fortune.
yeah.
Oh,
you know.
for sure. And the government's because they banned crypto there too, right? So you can't even be like, just send me Bitcoin. Like they can't even.
Oh
do that.
yeah, I forgot about that. So yeah, so when I tour there, I don't know, I'll do it
It's
for
kind of
free.
like-
For my people, I'll do it for free. I think China's been shat on by the West for too long, so I'm here to perform for you guys for free.
I guess
know?
to some degree you can't just get your money out here without the government at least taking like a pretty big share. Like anything you get, you can't just like cash in your stuff without paying like crazy taxes and stuff like that,
Oh
right?
yeah.
But
But it's not. Yeah, but you can do it.
But it's almost like being in one of those countries is like playing at a casino that the money's only good in the casino that you win.
It's Disney. It's Disney dollars.
Disney dollars.
Yeah.
Where you go, yeah, you're the king of fucking Disney, but if we can put you on a timeout, and if you try to go spend these Disney dollars at Whale World or whatever. That's what we call his mom's house.
Hey.
Shit. All right. Well, okay. We're gonna wrap up in a second here, but thanks for coming on. But anything else, anything else on your mind that we want to talk about?
Anybody else you want to shit on? We want to hear it.
Yeah. Who do we hate?
No, I think I'm good. I think we shut on everything.
Well, I thought it was.
I think the Grammy for Louis C.K. I see why people are upset, but at least
He doesn't.
At least they didn't give it to Dave Chappelle. That would have caused even more uproar, wouldn't it?
I don't know.
Well, how about this?
That's a good.
I say we put Louis C.K. as chef number 2 in the Butcher musical.
Does he still live here? Is he still based here? Or is he back in Europe all the time now? Right, Louis?
He's here now.
His girlfriend
I think,
lives
but he's back. He's back and forth. He tours like crazy. Yeah, a lot of our friends tour with him.
Yeah, I know a few people.
That was one of the ones that was just like how much fake bullshit there is in the news, where when the Ukraine thing happening, he had a show there, and all these people were like, oh, Louis C.K.'s still doing his show in like the Ukraine, and our friend was like on tour being like, no, that not happening, and nor was it ever like it was the minute this happened, it was like, yeah, obviously shows
it's because they're like
it was just there's no even point where we thought maybe the whole thing was just one big lie.
Well, it's because the ticketing site that was selling the tickets just was like still selling tickets.
Hadn't taken them down yet.
Yeah, hadn't taken them down yet. So people were like, I guess.
Yeah, but everyone was kind of like, no, that didn't happen. But I mean, listen, if you were planning on going to Louis C.K. tonight and fucking, they're like, hey, there's like a war that just started. You're not, and you're like, oh, you go maybe. I doubt you're gonna still try to buy the tickets. If anything, trying to sell the tickets. You go, worst comes to worst, it does happen. We don't want to go, and we get screwed.
It's a Grammy winning show. So
Grammy nominated at the time.
Oh yes, okay, but yeah,
now Grammy winning.
Well, it was cool hanging, dude. I'm gonna try to come to one of your shows.
If you want.
Tuesday or Sunday.
Can I plug my shows here?
Of course. Oh,
yeah.
dude, I think, but this is gonna come out after your shows, unfortunately.
I go one more in October.
Yeah, definitely, yeah.
Absolutely. So this comes out after my first round of New York shows, but I have another New York show coming up October 20th at New York Town Hall. So buy tickets to that.
Cool. Yeah, definitely come through that, dude.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah, brother. And then, obviously people know where to find you. And what was your Instagram again?
Mr. Nigel Ng. Yeah.
Hell yeah,
you can
bro.
find it there. MrNigelNG.
All right, thanks, dog. Appreciate it.
Of course.
Gentlemen, this has been the BOYSCAST. Extra bonus episode every week with me and DP at patreon.com/the BOYSCAST, where all the high value males hang out.
Oh, yeah.
And we much appreciate everyone. And I'll tell you what, for anyone who's thinking about doing it that hasn't yet, the guy at Patreon told us we have one of the highest retention rates out of anyone at Patreon.
Yeah, so don't fuck this up.
Well, we won't. That's the thing, because the people don't want to leave. He said most people, they sign up and quit. We have very few people that quit because they don't like it.
You get fucking for $5 a month. You get 4 extra episodes.
4 extra episodes. Yeah. So.
Or you could go watch a fucking show on Netflix about some guy who's pregnant.
And 4 extra episodes, and you get to, and we respond to all the questions, and we source questions for the live stream and stuff like that.
And we're fucking verifiable dogs.
Yeah, and we'll answer all your questions, and it's verifiable dogs.
Verifiable dogs.
All right. Peace.